And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Dr. Mike Prince here with you. Preseason, or pregame, I should say. Homecoming 2016. The Panthers taking on the Alabama State Hornets. The Hornets got a big win on last week to get their first win for head coach Brian Jenkins, while the Panthers lost a tough game to the Grambling State Tigers at the 93rd edition of the State Fair Classic in the Cotton Bowl. Both teams are coming off of very big games on the last week. The Panthers were actually in the driver's seat and have found themselves in the rearview mirror. Right now they're coming in or on the third spot of the Western Division of the Southwestern Athletic Conference. Although they have a 3-1 conference record, they're behind Grambling State Tigers, who are 3-0, and the Southern Jaguars, who have yet to lose, at 2-0. But meanwhile, on the east side of the Southwestern Athletic Conference, the Hornets had somewhat of a rough start to get things on the way, and they find themselves at 1-3 in conference play. We're able to catch up and hear from Coach Brian Jenkins as he speaks on the expectations of his team, how they've been playing, and where they are in his own estimation. So we'll now go over and hear from Coach Brian Jenkins, the head football coach for the Alabama State Hornets.
They're still a good football team. They're still a team to be reckoned with, you know. A lot of people don't understand. No team that you coach is ever the same than your last team. You know, I don't care if it's the same group of guys or whatever. You know, everything changes with the sun. You know, just like the seasons change and the days change and the time change, so does your team. And you got to adjust as a coach with your team. So, you know, I wouldn't dare say they're not as explosive, you know. It's just a different time and a different team. Doesn't mean they're bad. They're a good football team. Check their record. And so, you know, regardless if you want to put it on explosiveness or whatever, they're a good football team. They got a good coach. And we got our job cut out for us in playing this team. Like I said, I just hope we can even stay on the field and compete with these guys. You know, when you watch film, they're fast. Secondary is really physical. They do a lot of exotic things defensively. Offensive-wise, you know, you run a good scheme and they score points. So, I mean, if people want to see explosion, you know, go to the dynamite range. But if people want to see a good football team, when they watch Jersey, the one thing I'm impressed with my team is that, you know, they show perseverance and endurance. You know, of course, the season hasn't went as we have planned and the way we've worked for it to go. But they still have shown a great attitude and perseverance and endurance. And whenever you got a chance for young people to understand that, then, you know, those are things that's going to help them in life. So that's something that I've been impressed with, just the overall work ethic and attitude, you know, because they could easily have hung it up and say, hey, it's over with, you know, this and that. But nevertheless, you know, they found something in themselves to come back even stronger. And but to have perseverance and endurance is two characteristics that I think is needed in order to develop into a good person. And so with our guys being able to have that's encouraging to me as a coach and also as a man. But you know, we've done some good things offensively and defensively. When we play together and communicate, we move the ball well, and you know, when we play together and communicate, and we're focused and have the right attitude, we can stifle some people as well defensively. Special teams I haven't been very happy with because we've given up too many big plays. We gave up a big play against Alcorn on a fake. Gave up one against Texas Southern, but a penalty saved us. You know, we've given up a punt return, a kickoff return for touchdowns, as well as got a field goal block. So I'm not too satisfied or pleased with special teams right now. But offense and defense, you know, I think we're starting to get better as the season goes, and I think that's strictly due to perseverance and endurance. You know, to be able to work through it and just find a way. And I think it all goes back to attitude.
And, of course, that was Coach Brian Jenkins, head coach for the Alabama State Hornets. The Hornets, as we mentioned, off to a slow start this season. They are 1-3 in SWAC play. They lost to Alcorn by the score of 21-18, lost to Southern by the score of 64-6, and they end up losing to Texas Southern on a last-second 51-yard field goal that was completed to give Texas Southern a 31-27 victory. victory over the Hornets, but the Hornets rebounded last week against Arkansas Pine Bluff Golden Lions to get the win by the score of 41-21. So you heard Coach Jenkins talk about the dynamics of Prairie View and how people were thinking that the Panthers are not the same Panthers of last year, and he made the indication that, of course, no team is actually the same year in and year out. The Panthers are still going to have to get out here and make some things happen in order to get their fourth win within the Southwestern Athletic Conference. And when we come back from this break, we'll talk about that. You're listening to the pregame show for Homecoming 2016. The Panthers and the Hornets will be taking place here momentarily right here at KPVU 91.3 FM, your Jazz and Heritage NPR membership station. I'm Dr. Mike Prince, and you are listening to the Panthers Sports Network. And welcome back to the pregame show right here at KPVU 91.3 FM, your Jazz and Heritage NPR membership station. I'm Dr. Mike Prince. The Panthers getting ready for the Hornets in Homecoming 2016, as this is the second home game for the Panthers. Panthers have been exactly 1 month and 4 days away. They last played here at home for the Labor Day Classic, and they were victorious over Texas Southern Tigers. And Coach Willie Simmons is looking forward to getting back on the winning track. Panthers got out to a quick start last week, leading 16-0 in the first quarter, but was shut out for 3 quarters as they ended up losing to the Grambling State Tigers by the score of 36-16. We're able to hear from Coach Willie Simmons. He assessed the performance for the Panthers on last week, and he looked at what is going to be necessary for this week against the Hornets. We'll now go over and hear from Coach Willie Simmons, head football coach of the Prairie View A&M University Panthers.
We got outplayed at the end of the day. I took my hat to Grambling and Coach Fives and his staff. They got their guys ready to play, and obviously we didn't. And we jumped out early and maybe thought the game was going to be over, like they were going to lay down and give it to us. But they showed why they're the reigning divisional champs, and they stormed back and took the lead, tied the game up and took the lead and held on to that lead and kept us out of the end zone in the second half and began to do some good things offensively. So again, I give them all the credit. Of course, we didn't play our best game, a game that was good enough to give ourselves a chance to win, and so that's what happens when you play good football team. So now it's time to lick our wounds, put it to bed, and get back to work and get ready for another tough game this weekend against an Alabama State team that won last week, and of course I'll definitely be looking to try to continue their winning streak against us. I think the key is to play 60 minutes. We got up early and didn't finish it. They got up early and they sustained that throughout the game, and they ended up winning big. So the key is to not just to start fast, but also finish strong. And we have to do a better job of finishing drives. Our third down percentage was not very good. Their third down percentage was very good. So we're not getting them off the field enough, and we're getting off the field extremely too much on third downs. So starting fast is never won a football game. It's how you play in the second half and in the fourth quarter that determines it. And we have to find a way to make our guys understand that we have to play for 60 whole minutes in order to be a winning football team. Well, Trey plays quarterback, and when you play quarterback, you bear the brunt of a lot of responsibility, taking over the head coach, then quarterback. And so, he's obviously going to take some criticism for his carelessness of the ball. He had 3 interceptions the other day, and didn't play his best game. But Trey's a competitor. Trey's a guy that takes a lot of pride in playing well, and he hasn't played his best game yet. And I'm definitely looking forward to continuing to work with him and see him progress, because I think he'll have a good game this week, and I'll be excited to see him work throughout the week and continue to try to grow and mature. But he has to get help at the end of the day. It's easy to point the finger at the quarterback because he's obviously the one that everyone knows and sees, but we're continuing to put the ball on the ground with drops. Up front, we're not playing very well at all. Constant pressure on the quarterback and not being able to establish a run game to help him. So we all have to do a better job, not just Trey, but across the board. And even as coaches, we have to do a much better job in order to give our best player a chance to be successful, because he can't do it by himself.
And, of course, that was Coach Shotgun Willie Simmons as he was talking about the Panthers and their performance, or lackluster performance, if you will, against the Grambling State Tigers, and wanted to stress and let the listeners beware that it's not solely all on the quarterback, even though the quarterback is one to get the praise, and that is, of course, Trey Green. Trey Green threw 3 more interceptions on last week. He has now thrown for a total of 9 interceptions on this young season, as the Panthers are still mixing and matching, if you will. They're still yet playing around with the guys that protect Trey Green on the front end of that offensive line, and they got another mix-up in the lineup on today, and we'll be talking about that a little momentarily throughout the course of today's broadcast. So the Panthers are in a situation that is not unfamiliar territory to them, as of course last year the only loss that Panthers had was to the Grambling State Tigers, and they went on a roll from then on. Can history repeat itself for the Panthers here in the 2016 campaign? As always, what is going to be very critical for the Panthers to be able to get any type of momentum, they're going to have to minimize penalties. The Panthers had a total of 9 penalties on last weekend, and it was at critical times that stopped any potential momentum that was being generated from the offense that is obviously not at the Willie Simmons standard, and they're still working and fine-tuning some things from that nature. As of course you heard them talk about the offensive line play. They're still mixing and tuning in guys on that offensive line. As a matter of fact, the offensive line is going to look a little bit different yet again today. You'll have Cleveland Sims at left tackle today. Wheaton will be moved, will remain at left guard, and you have Gus Lopez, who will now go back and be a part of the center, as Phillison is going to be behind him now. Rose will be at right guard, and I guess one of the biggest changes of all, Josiah Freeman, who was at left tackle, will now be playing right tackle. So they're steady mixing and matching things for the Panthers to get acclimated on the up front of that line, so the skill guys can be able to turn loose and do some things. Then you'll see a different play from a Trey Green, from a Javante Ham, from a Stephon McCray, and all the other backs and receivers that are associated. So the Panthers are fine-tuning and readjusting some things to get ahead. Third down conversions are going to be huge for the Panthers. The Panthers are at the bottom of the conference when it comes to third down conversions. They're accustomed to being on the field for great chunks of plays, but right now the Panthers are not being strong on the third down conversions. Third down conversions as a whole, the Panthers are at 38% conversion rate, and that's not a good thing if you're a high-minded offensive team such as the Panthers are designed to be so. And as a result, the defense is going to have to get their opponents off the field on third downs as well. They're about 43% from the defensive side. And last but not least, we always talk about it, the quarterback. Not the quarterback play, but the special teams play. Panthers have got to be able to take advantage of any points available, and that goes to the field goal kicking attempts. Right now, Owen Houlihan is 2 of 6 from field goals, and of course he's waiting on an opportunity to strike himself. He has a very good leg. He is good with accuracy from about 47 yards, and I've seen him in and out between 50 and 51 yards. So the leg is there. It's just a matter of executing and taking care of things. And speaking of taking care of things, the people are slowly but surely gravitating into this wonderful new facilities on the campus of Prairie View A&M University as we get ready for Homecoming 2016. We'll take a break, go back to the studios, and we'll come back with more of our preseason show right here on KPVU 91.3 FM, your Jazz and Heritage NPR membership station. I'm Dr. Mike Prince, and you are listening to the Panthers Sports Network. And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Dr. Mike Prince here, live from the campus of Prairie View A&M University on the new stadium as the new Blackshear Stadium has taken flight. The Panthers about to take flight here momentarily as they'll be hosting the Alabama State Hornets. The Panthers are coming back, licking their wounds from last week and trying to get back on the winning tracks. They'll have a bye week on the next week before they take on the Conference USA opponents, the Rice Owls. But meanwhile, they have got to take care of these pesky Hornets that are sitting up in front of them right now. What we're going to do is give you the projected starting lineup for the Hornets, and then we'll go over to the Panthers side. You have number 2, Willis White. He'll be at wide receiver. The running back of watching will be number 7, Kahil Thomas. The quarterback will be Quentin Toppins. He wears number 12. The wide receiver will be number 19, Marlon Archer. Offensive line will consist of number 58, Tyrus Howard, number 71, Shaq Powell, number 72, Edward Sanders, number 75, Samuel Jenkins, number 79, Jalen Ware, and number 83, Austin Bemis. Number 88 at wide receiver will be Nigel Lee. For the Panthers on the offensive side, they'll be allowing the senior but holder and receiver, Mr. Christian Russo, number 6. He will be starting at receiver today. Number 87, Demario Lestrap will be starting. Left tackle, as we mentioned, will be Cleveland Sims. Left guard will be number 60, Wheaton. The center will be number 64, Gus Lopez. The right guard will be number 67, Rose. Number 56, right tackle will be Freeman. Tight end will be number 83, Cameron Smith. Another receiver will be number 3, Joshua Simmons. Quarterback, of course, number 7, Trey Green. And the starting running back today will be number 21, Stephon McCray. For the Panthers on the defensive side, number 95, Devon Reed will be at defensive tackle. Nose guard will be the big man, Mr. Malachi Jean. And then you have the other big guy playing at defensive tackle will be number 75, James Harper. I happen to like those two guys. I call them the two stoppers. They become two of my favorite guys on the defensive side. As far as your linebackers are concerned, number 44, Billings will be in at the weak side linebacker. Middle linebacker will be number 54, Jalen Williams. And strong side linebacker will be number 22, Jalen Coleman. Left cornerback will be number 25, Terrence Singleton. Right cornerback will be number 26, Anthony Parker. Anthony Parker will be getting a start, changing up some of the things on the defensive side. Damon Jackson was normally holding that position down, but Anthony Parker will be starting for the Panthers on today. And of course, you have another change in the secondary. Number 5, Arthur Lockett will be now playing the nickelback for the Panthers. And number 33, free safety, will be Will Skinner. And the rover for the Panthers, number 32, Marquise O'Leary. So they're getting things all warmed up here as we are just moments away from the kickoff here from the new Prairie View A&M University Panthers Stadium here on the campus of Prairie View. We'll take another break and we'll come right back for today's action between the Panthers and the Hornets right here at 91.3 KPVU, your jazz and heritage station. I'm Dr. Mike Prince. We'll be right back. You're listening to the Panthers Sports Network. And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. The alumni band are giving the people in the stands a little old magic on how they used to do things as the homecoming festivities are going in and about all around this wonderful campus of Prairie View A&M University. We are moments away from today's action between the Panthers and the Hornets, as the Panthers and the Hornets are going to come by and do battle. The Panthers trying to rebound and recover. A lot of talk has been on the quarterback play for the Panthers. But when you look at it, the one thing that jumps out are the 9 interceptions. But overall, quarterbacking has been 80 of 160 attempts, 80 completions out of 160 attempts, averaging about 7 yards per pass on average, and averaging 14 yards run after catch. So they're averaging per game 224 yards as a team. When you look at that and size that up, that's moving the ball. But then when you look at the bigger picture of things, the Panthers have not been able to finish what they start. And if you heard Coach Simmons throughout the preseason and also the pregame show for today, he was making emphasis that the Panthers must play 60 minutes. The NFL has a saying play 60, and I believe Coach Simmons is echoing that now for the Panthers to simply play 60. They got all it takes. Of course, there are some dynamic pieces missing, but they do have some pieces in place that can make some things happen, and it's going to be a time for the Panthers to put everything together to try and get that masterful game that Coach Willie Simmons is continually to look for. A lot is going to be on the move for a young man by the name of Dewante Tucker. Tucker, number 13, freshman out of the Dallas area. He is going to be one of those instrumental young men that will get a chance to show his abilities and agility, in more particular, as the Panthers will get ready. The Panthers have a unique look for the homecoming 2016 approach. They have the white helmets, of course, but then they have these gold jerseys with the purple sleeves with the purple pants going on. Some of the guys have chosen to wear a white undershirt, and the Panthers are having the purple cages on those white helmets. So they are in the tunnel from my left to right on the north side of the stadium, ready to explode out onto the field. And what the Panthers have been doing here customarily at home against Texas Southern, they did it, and they're starting to do this wherever they go to play. They lock arms and they walk from one end of the field to the other, and they meet up in that far corner and get their war chant on, if you will. So they will get ready to take on the Hornets, who will be in their road white uniforms with the gold helmets, gold numbering trimmed in black. And we are moments away from all that is going on. It has been a wonderful, wonderful event. Homecoming is always a good thing whenever you're at Prairie View or any other school. It's just good to be able to see family, friends, and loved ones that help you get through what some say are the best times of one's life. And speaking of things that are going on around the hill, we'll tell you what's going on around the world of PV sports as the bands continue to play things on. Volleyball is tied for second place as they reach the midpoint of the Southwestern Athletic Conference. Panthers are 5-12 overall, but more importantly, they're 4-3 in conference play, and they will be getting ready to battle through some key injuries to some key players as they continue to move forward. Soccer is also on a very continuous and strenuous road swing. Panthers 1-7 overall, 1-2 in conference play. They will be taking on Howard on Friday, October the 14th at 7 p.m. Cross Country had an event on yesterday at College Station, and we'll hear exclusively from the cross country head coach, Angela Williams. She's one of our scheduled guests for halftime as she, along with athletic director Ashley Robertson and, of course, PV alum Miss Phyllis Darden, will be our scheduled halftime host. Bowling, basketball have started their team practices. They have on the way. Coach White and, of course, new coaches Raven Justice and Byron Smith for the men and women's basketball team will be getting things on the way as they jumped out of the gates. They had Monday Madness here this Monday to start off the homecoming week. Had a great turnout at the Baby Dome where people came out and participated and watched the three-point shooting tournament and also the slam dunk. And the guys were able to really have a great time and entertaining one another throughout that evening. And we have another reminder for you that you have a few more home games that will be remaining for the Panthers, and even the Rice game that'll be coming up on October the 22nd. For more information, you can go to www.pvpanthers.com/tickets as the Panthers burst out onto the field, as well as the Hornets at the same time. And both teams are running from left to right, from one end to the other, as you have Prairie View in the north end of the end zone and Panthers in the south end of the end zone. Here in the bands, Alabama State has brought their band, so it should be a good time all the way around. A beautiful, beautiful day here on the Hill as the Panthers and the Hornets get ready to lock up here for Homecoming 2006. We're going to pause real quickly, and we'll come right back with our opening kickoff. That is going to conclude our pregame show. I'm Dr. Mike Prince, and we'll be right back. You're listening to the Panthers Sports Network. And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. The Panthers have won the toss, and they have deferred to accept in the second half of play, so they will be kicking off. They'll be kicking off from left to right on the dial as the Panthers are ready to kick. Houlihan is lining up at the 35. Panthers rocking back and forth as they separate now and come. The ball is set on the 35-yard line, and we are moments away from kickoff. PV Nation piling in. The kick is up, and it is going to be received and fumbled into the end zone, and going to take a knee will the Hornets, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. It looks like number 23, Ronnie Scott, on the muff handle of the kickoff. And the Panthers will line up defensively as the Hornets will come out. They're led by quarterback Toppins, but Mr. Khalil, number 7, will be the man of pursuit right now as the Hornets come out. They just asked the band, like one of these is not going to be where you played through like we had the last couple of weeks. They gave a warning already. So we're ready to go. 2 receivers to the right side for Toppin as he is ready in the pistol formation. Takes the play action. He looks, pumps one time, throws that ball deep across, and it's caught inside the 40-yard line into Panthers territory, and it will be a first down for the Hornets. That pass was completed by Toppin to his receiver, Austin Beans, and they're lined up. It is first down from the 38-yard line of the Panthers. Toppins in a pistol formation. 2 receivers to the right side. Panthers have the 3 down linemen up front. There's going to be a give to Khalil. Khalil running toward the left side, and he will be tackled after he picks up a couple of yards. It looks like on the tackle was number 75, James Harris, and number 22, Coleman. He picked up 5 yards on the run, did number 7, Khalil. The Hornets ready to go back to work. There's going to be an option read this time. Oh, a big hit. Toppins kept the ball, but crashing in hard was number 95, Devon Reed, to get the tackle. And it will be a positive gain. It's going to be second down. It should be third down. And we'll call it 2 yards now as the Hornets are lining up. Panthers in the 3-4 look right now. Harper, Gene on the middle here blocking up. Toppins in the pistol formation. Takes it and he's going to keep it running to the right side, and he's tripped up. There on the initial trip up was number 29, Riley Johnson, and coming up was O'Leary to help trip up, and it was enough for the first down. The ball is spotted at the 27-yard line, and the Hornets breaking out here on the first drive of this first quarter. Two receivers to the right side now for Toppin. Toppin takes it. He gives it to his back, Khalil. Khalil runs down inside to the 25-yard line. They're going to spot him at the 23-yard line. He picks up a couple of more yards as the Hornets will come right out and taking it to the Panthers here on this opening drive. No huddle offense for the Hornets. They have a tight end to the right side. And now the quarterback Toppin comes from underneath center, goes back to the shotgun. Looking over the 3-4 look for the Panthers. He takes the snap, looks to his left, now back to his right, throws it across the middle, and that ball is going to be complete to the receiver, number 19, Mr. Archer. Archer gets enough for another Hornet first down as the ball is down inside the 18-yard line. Toppins steady operating for the Hornets. Looking, Khalil lined up to his left side. Sends his man in motion. Takes the snap, going to give it to Khalil, running to the right side, cutting back inside, down inside the 10, and he's finally tackled. As he flexes, he's tackled by number 95, Devon Reed, and it looks like linebacker number 54, Jalen Williams. So it now is first and goal from the 7-yard line. Opening drive for the Hornets, no score as of yet. There's a give to Khalil to the right side, and he gets down inside the 5. He's finally tackled by Marquis O'Leary down to the 2-yard line. And it has been a steady action of Khalil, number 7 for the Hornets. He's the featured back as the Panthers' backs are to the wall right now. First or second and goal to go from the 2nd-yard line. Toppin barks out the signal, gives it to Khalil. Khalil runs downhill, but this time he is tackled. And it looks like that was James Harper, number 75, in on the tackle. And it's going to be third down and goal to go from the 2-yard line. No gain on that credit. This time Toppin coming up underneath center, assessing the line. Now he backs up. In the pistol formation, Khalil lined up to his left side. Spread formation look. There's a give to Khalil. He runs and falls across line. His helmet came off, but he's going to be indicating that he did score the touchdown. They said he did score. He fell across, so it'll be a 2-yard run for Khalil. And the point after try will now be attempted by the Hornets place kicker, number 35, Trevor Knight. Then the kick is up and good. And just like that on the first drive, the Hornets take it and go 75 yards and score with the 2-yard touchdown run by Khalil. And it is 7-0, the Hornets on top of the Panthers. And with 10 minutes and 55 seconds left in the first quarter, we'll take a break and we'll be right back. You're listening to the Panthers Sports Network. Okay, that's fine. But remember, I can hardly see that sometimes. It's a little dark, or heavier. Thank you. We're ready right now. And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Mike Prince here with you as the Hornets drive 75 yards in 9 plays to get the opening drive for a touchdown. The kickoff is now back. It's going to be retrieved at the 4-yard line. That is Joshua Simmons, who will be tackled at the 25-yard line. And the Panthers will take over. First down and 10 from the 25-yard line. 10 minutes and 49 seconds remain in the first quarter play as Trey Green and company will come out for the Panthers on the first time. The Panthers with the spread look. Stephon McCray in the backfield, line to the right side of Trey Green. Trey Green looking over the Hornets with their four-man front. Sends Smith to line up now to the left side, the tight end. Takes it and gives it to McCray. McCray cuts back to the left side, and he will fall forward after picking up 7 yards to get out to the 32-yard line, and it will be second down for the Panthers. Panthers get a big run of 6 yards as they line up with the no-huddle offense. Now a double pistol look for Trey as Tucker is now in the backfield. There's going to be a give to Tucker to the left side. He makes one defender miss, and he's going to be piled on by the Hornets, and he's going to lose a couple of yards on that one. So a matter of where they're going to spot it, and they're going to put him all the way back down to the 28-yard line. So now it's third down and 8 for the Panthers, an obvious passing situation. And here's the first third down attempt for the Panthers, which has been their Achilles heel in this midway point of the season. Trey Green now comes with the spread look. Has McCray in the backfield with him. Looking over the 4 down linemen now. A kind of exotic look for the Hornets as it looked like they want to apply a little pressure to Green. Now he shifts McCray over to his left side. Green takes the snap. He looks to his left, throws, pumps one time, throws back across, and that ball is complete to Cameron Smith, the tight end, and he just got enough for the first down, and it will be a first down for the Panthers as the Panthers execute, but there is a flag. It looked like a flag down. There's someone's towel. They're not picking it up, so it must be someone's towel. So it's going to be first down and 10. The ball at the 38-yard line of the Panthers. There's a play action now. Green looking, got time, throws up top, and that ball is, almost complete by Joshua Simmons, I should say. Down inside the 15-yard line. Panther Nation thought it should have been a flag, but nonetheless, even Marcus Dotson said it was pass interference. So it's going to bring up second down and 10 for the Panthers at the 38-yard line of their own field. Pistol formation look now for Trey Green. Panthers going from left to right. Trey Green looking over to his left side, takes the snap, hands it off to McCray, and McCray will get a couple of yards as he'll fall close to the 40-yard line, and it's going to bring up another third down and about 8 for the Panthers. Just getting on the way here, first quarter. 8 minutes and 53 seconds remaining here in quarter number 1. Panthers trailing by the score of 7-0. Third down, and we'll call it 8. 2 receivers to the left for Trey Green. Yes. Now Trey Green checking things out, looking, and gets the snap. He will roll to his right side, being flushed out of the pocket. Now he takes it and dumps it off, and that pass will be incomplete.
Green tries to keep it.
Intended for McCray, and it's going to bring out the kicking unit. Fourth down is coming up, but there was an infraction on the play.
Personal foul. Defense, number 6, face mask. 15 yards from the previous spot. Automatic. First down.
Defender will keep the drive alive. First down, Panthers.
Yeah, I just heard him come over and say, Mike, can you hear me? Going back to work right now, the Panthers got a first down off of the face mask on Trey Green. It's going to be Trey Green now rolling out to his left, looks, throws, and that ball is incomplete. Intended for Joshua Simmons on the far side. And Simmons was able to get one hand under, but not two. So it's going to be 2nd down and 10. This ball at the 46-yard line of the Hornets. Panthers trailing by the score of 7-0. 2 receivers to the left side for Trey Green, 1 to the right side. The tight end lined up in the fullback position as Tucker is in the backfield with Green. There's going to be a quick hitch over to the side to Joshua Simmons, and Simmons will get the reception, picks up about 6 yards as he'll get down to the 40-yard line of the Hornets. Dominique Jackson credited with the tackle as the now Josiah Freeman has been charged with a face mask, and it's going to push the Panthers back 15 yards.
2nd and 22.
And so it'll be 2nd down and 22 for the Panthers. That penalty pushes them back to the 39-yard line. So it will be 2nd down and 22 now for the Panthers. And once again, untimely penalties being the Achilles heels for the Panthers. So Green now has 2 receivers to his right side, sends his tight end Smith in motion. He lines up in the left. And now he takes the snap, looks, throws that ball back across, and breaking through and getting across the 46-yard line was Joshua Simmons. And Simmons will make it a little bit more manageable now here on 3rd down. It's going to be 3rd down, and we will call it 17 now for the Panthers. No huddle offense. Green got 3 receivers to his right side. Alabama State, 4 down linemen, 2 linebackers. Now switching over to the left side is McCray for protection of Green. Green takes the snap, looks, got time, throws it across the middle. That ball is in and out of the hands of the Wanye Tucker. Jackson, number 18. The ball in and out of his hands, and it's going to bring out the kicking unit, and that's exactly what Coach Simmons was speaking of. A lot of people will see the interceptions, but they forget the drop passes that was going on throughout the course of this one, and that was a prime example. Had plenty for the 1st down and possibly the touchdown with the speed of Jackson. So now back for the Hornets to receive the punt will be Khalil Thomas. He stands at his 13-yard line. He awaits the kick. That ball will be fair caught at the 21-yard line, and the Hornets will take over for the 2nd time with 6 minutes and 54 seconds remaining in this first quarter play. The Panthers trailing by the score of 7-0. There is a timeout on the field. We'll take a timeout, and we'll be right back. You're listening to the Panthers Sports Network.
2016 as the current UAA Panthers of Alabama State Bulls. To all alumni in attendance, welcome home.
What's wrong, Lance?
Say that they were hearing you for a couple of minutes.
Yeah. I don't hear any spots playing. All I'm hearing is the breaks. The band.
Are you still hearing the band?
I'm not hearing anything in the studio.
Okay, now I hear.
first I was hearing you guys do a portion.
Yes, I can, sir. We're ready to go.
That's on the air.
That's on the air. We're coming back. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. As the timeout on the field will now resume, the ball will be for Alabama State at their own 21-yard line. 3 receivers to the right side for Toppin. Thomas in the backfield. He's already scored a touchdown. Take it. Toppin, quick throw back on to his far right side, and that's going to be a tackle for a loss, as on that tackle was number 22, Coleman. Coleman was quickly there to wrap up the quarterback or the receiver screen to number 2, Willis White. So it's going to be second down, as the Hornets ready to go back out. 3 receivers to the right side, no, the left side now for Toppin. Panthers showing 4 down linemen this time. 2 linebackers, actually 3 linebackers now. So got a 4-3 look through the Panthers. Toppins takes the snap. He's looking, got time, pumps. He's hit as he throws, and that ball is going to be out of bounds. Singleton over there on the coverage, as he thought he may have had his 4th interception, and it's going to bring up 3rd down now for the Hornets. The Hornets on top by the score of 7-0. It's going to be 3rd down and about 14 as the Panthers change personnel. 6 minutes and 7 seconds remaining in the first quarter of play. 3 receivers to the left side for Toppin. Toppin quickly throws it to the far side. There's a flag thrown down, as thrown down after making the catch was the Hornet receiver. As we'll wait to see what this flag is, but 83, Austin Bemis was on the catch. The officials are discussing the matter, and we're about to get the explanation now.
Offside. Defense. Number 10. That penalty is declined. 1st and 10.
So Barton was lined up all sides. They'll decline that penalty. 1st down and 10 for the Hornets. They adjust the sticks. The ball is at the 33-yard line. Toppin ready to go right back to work as Thomas is on his left side. He keeps it on the quarterback option read and falls across the 40 to the 42 after being up in by Coleman. Coleman will now leave, and he will be replaced by number 44, Billings. So the Hornets have been moving the ball with ease here. It's going to be 2nd down and 2 for the Hornets at the 41-yard line. Toppin takes it, gives it to his back, who bounces off of one defender and falls forward close to the 1st down, but will be a little short. They might want to measure that. Number 5, Alex, for the run. They're going to say it's enough for the 1st down. So the ball is now lined up at the 44-yard line of the Hornets. The Hornets driving, already on top by the score of 7-0. Panthers with the 4 defensive linemen. It's going to be an option read. This time Toppin running to the right side, gets up toward midfield. In fact, crosses midfield to the 49-yard line of the Panthers. He picks up another 7 yards on the run. The Hornets have been moving the ball with relatively ease right now. 3 receivers to the left side in the no-huddle offense. Toppin gets the high snap. He's drawn. He's going to run. And, whoa, my goodness, what a big hit by James Harper. Met with James Paul Bryant in the backfield. Lost 2 yards back to the Hornets' 49-yard line. And the Hornets steady working this no-huddle offense. 3rd down, and we'll call it 6 now. 1 receiver to the right. Toppin look to his right, throws, and that ball is caught, and they're going to say is inbound or out of bound, and is inbound, an outstanding catch on the sideline, and it's going to be enough for the 1st down. That ball will go to the 44-yard line for the Panthers. That was
75. Penalty. Decline. 1st and 10.
Harper was lined up off sides, but they're going to take the catch by Archer, number 19, on the far sideline. And it will be 1st down and 10 for the Hornets. So Toppin got the Hornets moving right along here. Ball's at the 44-yard line of the Panthers. Spread look as Thomas is lined up to his left side. Gives it to Thomas running to the right side. He's got a lane, gets through. He's still running, and he is going to be out of bounds inside the 20-yard line as he picks up 21 yards on that run, tackled by O'Leary. And the Hornets are pretty much having their way with the Panthers right now here in the first quarter. 3 minutes and 48 seconds here in the first quarter. Hornets on top by the score of 7-0. The ball has now been placed at the 19-yard line of the Panthers. Replace the back for Thomas is going to be a counter run to the right side to the replacement back, and he will run down inside the 20 to the 16-yard line, and that was number 38, Darrell King, for the Hornets. Picked up 3 yards. King still in the backfield now as they have the 2 tight end look for the Hornets. Most people call that the big package. It's in the shotgun pistol formation now. Is the quarterback number 12, Toppins. Panthers with 4 down linemen on the line. A high snap, a give to King. King is upended after he falls forward. In on the tackle was number 32, O'Leary. It's going to be a pickup of a couple yards. 3rd down and about 4. The ball is at the 14-yard line. The Hornets have to get to the Panthers' 9, so they say 3rd and 5. And Alabama State will take a timeout, and we're going to take a timeout right here from the new Panther Stadium. Panthers trailing by the score of 7-0. 2 minutes and 36 seconds remaining in the first quarter. You're listening to the Panthers Sports Network.
Thank you.
Well,
Especially
I think Fred is he's not pulling the top race down. He's putting you in view, and he says that he's not very view about that.
Thanks to your support of the new sports complex, the Prairie View A&M Foundation now needs your help to deliver on our commitment of $10 million. Come on, PV alum and supporters, let's finish what we started. Give at pvamf.org.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Dr. Mike Prince here with you. Panthers trailing by the score of 7-0. 2 minutes and 36 seconds remaining. It's 3rd down and 5. 2 minutes and 36 remaining in the first quarter. 3rd down and 5. The ball's at the 14-yard line. The Hornets called timeout to try and make sure that their arsenals were firing on all cylinders. Meanwhile, the Panthers trying to make the adjustments. You got a beautiful crowd here. Swelling out the place, if you will. Homecoming 2016. Panthers coming in off the loss of the Grambling State Tigers by the score of 36-16 right now. And we're about 2 minutes and 36 seconds away from the Panthers being shut out for 4 quarters. And it has been a mighty long time since we've witnessed something like that here in PV Nation. So both teams have dispersed from their sidelines, and the Hornets are ready to go. 3rd down and 5. Toppin the quarterback. He has King in the backfield with him. He has 3 receivers bunched to his left and 1 to his right side. The officials now backing out of the way, blows the whistles, and we're ready to resume play. Panthers in the 4-man front as the snap to Toppin is going. He looks, then he wants to run out to the left side. He's looking, got a lane, and he's hit below, and he gets down to about the 10. He's going to be a little short of the first down, depending on where they're marking it. They're going to right outside the 10. So it's going to be 4th down and about 2. And, well, they got second on the sticks, and it shouldn't be. The scoreboard has second. So they're going to say it's 2nd and 2. They had 3rd down just a moment ago. Don't know what happened, but the game must go on. So now the Hornets are looking over to the far side. Meanwhile, there's 3 receivers lined up to the left side. Everybody seems to be a bit confused right now. So now they have finally changed it. It is 4th and 2, so I did take my meds this morning. So didn't know what was going on. So now it is 4th and 2, and the Hornets are going for it. The ball is at the 12-yard line of the Panthers. Want to take it, give it to King. King is might in the middle, but it looked like he may have fallen forward. And, man, it looked like it might have been a big stop in the beginning for the Panthers. Filling that hole was number 45, Guillory. But nonetheless, it's going to be a first down for the Hornets. 1st and goal to goal. The ball is at the 9-yard line. They are pushing them back, and they look like they might call for measurements. Look like they're going to call for a measurement here, as it is 1 minute and 37 seconds now remaining. And from looking at the spot of the ball, it might be enough, but we'll see here what happens. They got the chains coming out, and they are stretching, and it will be enough for a Hornet first down. So it's first down and goal to goal for the Hornets. 13 plays on this drive for the Hornets. This will be play number 14, as the Hornets are already leading the Panthers by the score of 7-0. The ball is officially at the 9-yard line. Toppin now in the pistol look. Sends a receiver in motion. Takes it, and he's going to keep it himself on the option read, and he's going to be banged up by a host of Panthers. That time, Billing staying at home, number 44 for the Panthers, to bust that one up to stop any type of penetration by Toppin. Quickly back to the line now, or the Hornets. Panthers trying to maintain. 4 down linemen for the Panthers. Harper in the middle, James Paul Bryant, Willie Green, number 90, and Billing, number 44, all on the front line for the Panthers. Toppin backs up, has King in the backfield with him. 2 tight ends for Toppin. Toppin in the shotgun. Gives it now, and he gives it to King running to the left side, and he's upended at the 3-yard line. That looks like Foster Brown, the second in on the tackle, number 24 for the Panthers, as they will credit him, King, to the 2-yard line. So it's going to be 3rd down and goal to goal from the 2-yard line. The Hornets have been perfect as far as executing here in the early part of this contest. There is a snap to Toppin. Toppin falls to the left, and he falls into the end zone for the touchdown. And the Hornets strike again. A 2-yard touchdown run from the quarterback Toppin from the left side of the line. And now the point after try will be by Mr. Knight. The snap is there. The kick is up. And the kick is good. And with 6 seconds remaining in the first quarter of play, the Panthers are trailing the Hornets by the score of 14-0. We'll take a break and we'll be right back. You're listening to the Panthers Sports Network. And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Dr. Mike Prince here with you. The Panthers gave up a 79-yard drive, which took 15 plays. Find themselves down by the score of 14-0. The good thing about it is that the Panthers do get the ball back at the second half, and they're only down by 14 points. So the Panthers can make a run for it, but they're going to have to start with this possession. The Panthers have been trying to find their way offensively, if you will, while the Hornets have been rolling right along. Typically, the Hornets have been a rather quick starting team. They do most of their damage in the second quarter. They've scored 41 points in the second quarter. That has been their most effective quarter of this young season. The Panthers, meanwhile, trying to regroup and do some things. They have had very little success in this early part of this contest, and the Panthers typically have done their best damage in the third quarter. They average about 32 points in the second quarter, have scored 32 points in the second quarter. As we get ready now for the kickoff for the Panthers to receive, going from left to right on the dial. Back deep is Arthur Lockett and Joshua Simmons as the kick is up and on the way. And this ball will be handled by Simmons at the 7-yard line. Simmons running, got a lane, and falls forward to the 30-yard line. And the Panthers will take over, but that is going to bring us to the end of the quarter as these two teams will flip sides and get ready to do it all over again. I want to remind you that at halftime we will have athletic director Ashley Robertson. We have the cross-country coach Angela Williams, and we have PV alumnus Phyllis Darden in scheduled for our halftime feature. So be sure to join us right here at 91.3 KPVU FM, your Jazz and Heritage NPR membership station, as we be bringing you all of the fast-paced action of the Panthers as it unfolds. It is a beautiful day here on the Hill, but not off to a beautiful start as the Panthers are trailing by the score of 14-0. They're flipping sides where the Panthers can go and refuel and get things ready to try and make this a contest again on this possession. So it's never time to hit the panic button. The Panthers are a well-coached team, just trying to put pieces together. As we may mention in our pregame show, they are still trying to find a way to make things happen on that offensive line front. Starting today was Lopez at center. Your guards were Wheaton and Mr. Rose, and then Josiah Freeman's on the right side as a tackle. He's flipped sides with Cleveland Sims, who's now on the left side. Of course, the quarterback is Trey Green, and starting running back was Stephon McCray. Panthers trying desperately to get back into their winning ways, and it's always a good measure of a team to see how they rebound after a devastating loss that they had on last weekend in Dallas, Texas at the State Fair Classic at the Cotton Bowl. But of course, they fell short by the score of 36-16. Teams are breaking from the sidelines. This is a televised game as well, so the guys from the Roots Network will get their time in, of course, and we're ready to resume action. The Panthers will take over at the 30-yard line. It will be first down and 10. Two receivers to the right side for Mr. Trey Green. He has in the backfield with him, that looks like Caleb Broach, number 28, and number 13, Mr. Dewanye Tucker with Trey Green. To the left side is Russo, number 6, at the receiver slot. So there's going to be a play action, rolling to the right side, throwing, and that ball is incomplete. Throwing on the run, tried to hit Mr. Jackson en route. Jackson had been out with a little sprain. Panthers have been banged up throughout the course of this season. We've hit the midway point, and this is always important for the Panthers to get themselves back in the swing of things. So now they're ready to go back to work. Two receivers to the left side for Green. Tucker in the backfield on the right side. Smith lined up at tight end. He goes to the left side now. Now Joshua Simmons will come to the left side. So Strap inside receiver, Russo the outside receiver on the right side. There's a play action, tosses that ball. That ball is caught by Lestrap. Lestrap gets up to the 35-yard line. That will be credit for a 5-yard gain. So it should be 3rd down and 5 as the Panthers are trying to get back into this contest, trailing 14-0 with 14:35 remaining in the second quarter play. Back to action are the Panthers. The spread look. In the backfield is Tucker. Tucker swings out in motion. Green takes it, looks it, wants to throw it. Has a slant pass caught to Lestrap. Lestrap makes a defender miss. Breaking, still running. Gets across midfield down to the 40-yard line. A big gain by Lestrap. Lestrap is able to hold on, pick up 25 yards on that reception. 1st down Panthers. They're moving the stick, getting the groove going. No huddle offense now. They're going to officially say it's at the 41-yard line. There's going to be a little dump pass to Joshua Simmons. He fumbled the ball. He fumbled the ball, and it is recovered down at the 10-yard line by the Hornets. Joshua Simmons had the ball, made a break, and just fumbled the ball, and it ends up in the possession of the Hornets at their own 10-yard line with 14 minutes and 4 seconds remaining before the half. And the woes for the Panthers continue. What looked like was going to be a very productive drive, the Panthers fumble the ball and end up killing that drive and killing their chances to make this so there was just a final warning to the bands issued for continuous play. Meanwhile, the Hornets offensively are lined up at the 10-yard line, going from left to right. Toppin, ready to go to work. Panthers have 3 defenders down on the line. There's a quick hitch pass to the far side and going to be tackled for very minimal gain. On that tackle was number 25, Terrence Singleton, and Marquis O'Leary to make the tackle. It's going to be 2nd down and 9, a very minimal gain, as Archer was the receiver intended. Toppin ready to go right back to work. He's in the pistol formation. 3 receivers to his left side now as he takes the snap. Looks to his left and throws. That ball is going to be knocked away as Terrence Singleton was on the coverage.
Second down.
So it was an offsides play or call against the Panthers. We wasn't quite able to make out the number the band was playing, but nonetheless it's going to repeat 2nd down. It's going to be a 5 yards added on for the Hornets. Toppin ready to go back to work. He has 3 receivers to his right side. 1 to his left, takes, looks to his right, throws. There's a completed ball. 1 defender shed it off as tried to make that tackle. Russ Singleton, and making the grab was number 83 for the Hornets. And number 83, of course, is one of their go-to guys as the Hornets line right back up that in Bemis. 1st down and 10 from the 25-yard line of the Hornets. The Panthers trailing by the score of 14-0. Toppin looking over the Panthers defense. Looks and going to be a very minimal gain that time by Kalia Thomas. Thomas will pick up about 2 yards on the run. It's going to be 2nd down. Hornets going right back to work, attacking the Panthers defense. Panthers now have 4 down linemen. In the middle is number 45, Guillory. It's going to be a backward pass offered up, and a big hit by the Panthers to stop any of that. O'Leary in on the tackle along with Willie Green. That one was intended to number 19, Archer, a little backward pass. He's going to bring up third down, and we'll call it 7 for the Hornets. Toppin at quarterback. The ball's at the 27-yard line of the Hornets. Toppin checking things out now as the Panthers kind of mixing up their front look. Got 2 down linemen, and everybody else is standing up. Billings standing right up over center, looking like he wants to blitz. He's going to be blitzed, and there's a hit as he throws the ball, and are they going to say it's a fumble? What a big hit. Billings came through the middle, but they're going to say it was incomplete. Pressure that time applied by the Panthers as number 90, Willie Green, got in there to disrupt the would-be pass for Toppin. So it's going to bring up a 4th down in a punting situation. The ball is at the 27-yard line as the Panthers, Anthony Wiltz awaits back at his 33-yard line for the kick. The kick is up and away from Wiltz. And that ball looks like it's going to be lined up at the 35-yard line, and that's where the Panthers will take over with 11 minutes and 32 seconds remaining here in this first half of play. It's on a 44-yard punt for the Hornets, and the Panthers are yet still in this contest, trailing by the score of 14-0. Dr. Mike Prince here with you, Homecoming 2016. And you can listen to the Panthers not only here at Homecoming, but as they get ready for the rest of this football season exclusively on 91.3 KPVU FM, your Jazz and Heritage membership station, NPR membership station, that is. Panthers gathering up on the side as they're trying to regroup and get some things on the way. I want to remind you that things are on the way all around us here in PV Nation. It is Homecoming 2016, and a lot of things going on in the world of athletics here. Soccer will be continuing their play on October the 14th against Howard. They'll be playing Howard here on the campus of Prairie View. And then volleyball are now in second place, midpoint of the volleyball season, 4-3 throughout the Southwest Athletic Conference play. And they will start their battle as they continue to fight through injuries. Even Coach Tacho Tyler is dealing with some injuries. And so Randy Hunter was the latest Lady Panther to go down from the volleyball side. And just want to remind you that these football game day sites and everything else that is going on, not only with football, but with Prairie View Athletics, can be found at www.pvpanthers.com/game day. Panthers breaking out of their side of the huddle here as they get ready to come on. 11 minutes and 32 seconds remaining here in this first half of play. We'll give you some statting information here in just a moment as we just got our stats from the SID for the Panthers, Mr. Dwayne Lewis. So now the Panthers ready to go back to work. Ball's at the 35-yard line. 2 receivers to the right side for Trey Green. Double pistol look. It's going to be a give to McCray, and McCray is going to be upended. Actually, that was Caleb Broach on the run. So Caleb Broach will pick up, they're going to say 2 yards on that run. So it's going to be 2nd down and 8. Broach still in the backfield with Trey Green. 2 receivers to the right for Green and 2 to the left for Green. Green looking over the 3 down linemen for the Hornets. Takes it, looks, pumping. Now he's running to his left. He still wants to throw a little live touch, and that ball has just been intercepted. That ball was intercepted by the Hornets. Interception number 10 on the way. As that looks like Ronnie Scott, number 23, gets the interception, and it'll be 1st and 10 for the Hornets. And they're going to say that ball is going to be at the 48-yard line of the Hornets. And the Hornets will take over with 10 minutes and 49 seconds remaining before half. The Panthers trailing 14-0. The first interception of the day, the 10th interception on the year by Trey Green. Now his counterpart Toppin comes out, but Coach Jenkins is not liking what he sees. He's going to call a timeout. And with that, we're going to take a timeout. The Panthers trailing by the score of 14-0. We'll be right back with more Panthers sports right here on the Panthers Sports Network. Huh? Yeah. You about to hit down there now? Well, no, wait, go about 5. 5. Yes, I can hear you. All right, if I can't hear you, sir, I can't let you know I'm hearing you. Yes. We're ready. We're ready. We're ready. They're back. And welcome back. The Panthers ready to go back to work as Toppins will take the pitch and he throws it to his receiver crossing and he'll get up to the 40-yard line and that will be a first down for the Hornets as that pass was completed to the number 82 for the Hornets. Number 82 being the tight end making the reception. As we now have first down and 10 from the 40-yard line of the Panthers. There's going to be a keeper by Toppin running to the right side, and he's hit, bouncing off a couple of defenders, lunging forward to the 35-yard line, and going to say he is right at the 36.5, so that will be another positive gain for the Hornets. So that was Baines, the tight end, number 82 for the Hornets, who made that reception earlier. And it's going to be second down, and we will call it 4 now for the Hornets. Hornets going from left to right, sends the tight end Baines in motion. As now there's going to be a quick hitch pass. This pass on the far side, and there, Johnny on the spot was Anthony, number 26 for the Panthers, making the tackle on the receiver for the Hornets. So it's going to be another no-huddle look for the Hornets. That ball was White on the reception, number 2. Third down, and we'll call it 6 still. Double tight end look for the Hornets. 2 receivers on, 1 receiver on either side. There's play action. Toppin wants to throw, looks to his right side, and that ball was almost intercepted by number 44, Billings. And it's going to bring out the special team units as it will be 4th down. The ball is at the 35-yard line of the Panthers. If they attempt a field goal attempt, be in the neighborhood between 51 and 52 yards. Going to see exactly how the Hornets will try to get that. Mr. Trevor Knight is the one who has the kicking duties. And it looks like they're going to punt this one. So Anthony Wiltz will be at the 10-yard line awaiting this one.
35, Alabama State, 5 yards, remain 4th down.
So the Hornets take a delay of game, which is not an uncommon cause and tactic at that part of the field. Give himself a little bit more room to kick the ball. 9 minutes and 10 seconds remaining in the first half of play. Panthers trailing by the score of 14-0. The rugby-style kick will be handled and takes a wicked bounce down inside the 10. And they're going to spot this ball at the 1-yard line. And that's exactly why you take that penalty. And it pins the Panthers back deep in their own end zone. Timeout on the field. It is 9 minutes and 1 second before half. The Panthers are trailing 14-0. We'll take a break and we'll be right back. You're listening to the Panthers Sports Network. Yes, I can, sir. Yes, I can, sir. I need, what's the time on that break right there, sir? Okay, we can go back at 10 seconds. And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Dr. Mike Prince here. Panthers trailing by the score of 14-0. 9 minutes and 1 second remain here in the first half of play. The Panthers starting with their worst field position of the day. The ball is at their own 1 yard line. They have 99 yards to drive for at least attempt to cut this lead in half. The Panthers have been off to a sluggish start, if you will. Prior to that, the Panthers had a total of 1 penalty for 15 yards. So did the Hornets, 1 penalty of 15 yards. The Panthers are 2 of 6 on passing with an interception. These were numbers after the first quarter. I'm pretty sure all this will change by the time we get to halftime. And they had a total of 143 total yards of offense. So the Panthers have got to get a jump start on things, if you will, that they will get ready to come out here with 9 minutes and 1 second remaining in this first half. The Panthers in their exotic look uniforms, gold tops, purple pants, white helmet, white socks, and shoes. So a ball at the 1 yard line. 2 receivers to the right side for Trey Green. He has Tucker in the backfield with him. Takes it, and Green will take the quarterback keeper off the option read and get some good real estate maneuver up to about the 9 yard line, where he will pick up 8 yards. So the Panthers quickly back up, ready to go to work. 2 receivers to the right side for Green. Green assessing the situation, as now he has Broach in the backfield, number 28 for the Panthers. Takes the snap, wants to throw. That ball is over the head of would-be receiver Christian Russo, and it's going to be second down for the Panthers. Second down, and we will officially call it a need of 3 yards here. Panthers lined up, ready to go at their own 9 yard line. They're trailing by the score of 14-0. Trey Green, 2 receivers to his right, 1 to his left. Broach remaining in the backfield. Takes it, gives it to Broach. Broach running to the left side. He will fall across to the 11 yard line, and that might be just enough for a Panther first down. And that will be enough if they get a new set of downs. Panthers have 8 minutes and 14 seconds remaining to try and make something happen. Trailing by the score of 14-0. Trey Green and company going from right to left on the dial. 2 receivers to the right side. The slot receiver is Lestrap, number 87. Russo at the bottom by himself. Then there is a stoppage of play. Both teams pointing at each other, but we'll hear the official call here in just a moment. So the false start called against Finlayson. Corbin Finlayson is going to push the Panthers back 5 yards, and it's been that kind of day for the Panthers. So it's first down and 15 now for the Panthers. And the ball is at their 7 yard line. Green takes it, rolls to his right, fires that one, and that ball is caught and leaning forward close to the 25 yard line was DeMario Lestrap. Lestrap picks up enough for a Panther first down, and he picks up 17 yards on that reception, and the Panthers will get a chance to go. No huddle look now, double pistol look. There's going to be a give to a pass. Oh, the ball is caught, going down inside the 30-yard line. A big reception, a play action to the tight end, Cameron Smith, number 83. Had everybody dig. They thought Tucker had it, so did I for a moment, and broke loose for the big gain. The Panthers hurrying up to the line.
1st and 10.
46 yards on the reception for Cameron Smith. So now the ball is lined up at the 25-yard line of the Hornets. Panthers quickly going. There's going to be a jet sweep to Joshua Simmons, and he will get across the 25, and they're going to say he got pushed out of bounds right at the 23-yard line. So it will be a pickup of a couple of yards. So it will be second down. They're going to give about 4 yards. Second down and 4 now for the Panthers. The ball is at the 23-yard line. Tucker now in the backfield with Green. Spread look as Green makes the signal, gives it to Tucker. Tucker is going to be wrapped up and tackled for, looks like a little loss on that one.
Number 13 to 1.
As number 94, Rod Henderson,
By number 94, Roderick Henderson,
was able to make that stop. And the Panthers changing out personnel again. Now it's going to be 3rd down and 9. It's going to be a loss of a couple of yards on Tucker. So now you have Russo lined up to the left side, Lestrap and Simmons to the left side, and Russo to the right side. You send Tucker in motion. Green looks, rolls to his left. He takes his time, throws. Touchdown, Panthers! Joshua Simmons hauls it in for the 26-yard touchdown reception from Trey Green to Joshua Simmons. And the Panthers are a point from cutting this lead in half. Trey Green had time, looked through his progressions, finally gets the TD. The PAT attempt to be tried by Owen Houlihan here in just a moment. As they line up, he is ready to kick this one from his own 10-yard line. The snap is good, the kick is up, and the kick is good. And the Panthers, with 5 minutes and 48 seconds, have cut this lead in half. And ladies and gentlemen, we got ourselves a ball game. The score is now 14-7, Panthers trailing. You are listening to the Panthers Sports Network. We'll be right back. Yes. Give me 30 seconds, please. And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. The Panthers have made it a contest again. A 26-yard reception from Simmons to Green. And the Panthers drive 99 yards in 8 plays to make it a contest again with 14-7 now. The Panthers trailing. As you can hear, PV Nation has awakened, and now it's beginning to give that home field advantage that you would like to have whenever you're in the middle of a very important game. Still, Panthers are still huddled up here on the sideline as they're getting an inspiration speaking, if you will, from special teams coach Henry, along with Coach Simmons
the 1960
trying to get these guys acclimated
50th class.
to get back into the swing of things. Panthers coming out,
Come on, we can do better.
ready to do a little damage, if you will. Back deep is number 13, Parker Ingram, for the Hornets. There has been no sighting of Khalid Thomas. He's been there, Mr. Everything, but no sighting of him since the first quarter of play. Not that I'm complaining at all, but we hope that all is well with the young man. Panthers trailing by the score of 14-7. I can tell you this, ladies and gentlemen, the Panthers side is completely filled out, and the bottom tier on the visitor side has been taken care of quite well. Another great day here on the hill.
Second, one.
So now they're giving up. The band is still playing. They've just been warned, and they need to be very careful because now these become personal fouls and can be detrimental to the home team. So now we're ready to resume play. The kick is up, and this one is a deep kick, retrieve, and they're going to say is out of the back of the end zone, and the Hornets will take over with 5:48 from their own 25-yard line here in the second quarter. Panthers, let's see if that defense gets striked up again. They applied a little pressure on Toppin when he was last out. Toppin will come out. Double pistol protection. He has a receiver to his left, two to his right. Sends his back. Thomas, that's a fumble. There's a fumble. Oh, my goodness. The Panthers get the fumble recovery. Number 90, Willie Green on the fumble recover. And here come the Panthers. Just spoke and see if the defense can get amped up. And with 5 minutes and 42 seconds, the Panthers will take over.
Let's go, PV, let's go.
The ball is going to be spotted at the 21-yard line. And the Panthers are in great shape right now. Willie Green on the fumble recovery. And now Trey Green ready to go. Tucker in the backfield. Green takes it, play action, tosses it across, and incomplete. Oh, the little wheel right to Tucker. Couldn't quite get it. It's going to be second down and 10. Boy, this place was ready to erupt if that would have been a completion there. Panthers, 5 minutes and 36 seconds remaining before the half. Trailing by the score of 14-7. Trey Green in the quarterback. Tucker lined up to the left side. Two receivers to the left for Green. The tight end Smith is lined up to the left side. You got two receivers to the right for Green. Play action. There's going to be a pass, and it's complete. Make a defender miss. Russo will score. 21-yard touchdown reception for Christian Russo. Oh, yeah. Russo just caught the bubble screen, and he was able to advance 21 yards. They just called it back. Just called it back. It was a holding call against the Panthers. And that's what Coach Simmons was speaking of. The untimely penalties is going to push the Panthers back. It's going to be second down and 20. Wow. The ball is actually, it's not. It's a 5-yard penalty. It's at the 27-yard line. 26, 27-yard line, depending on how you want to look at it. The same look. Two receivers to the right, two to the left. There's going to be a play action. Green looking again. He's going to be flushed out of the pocket, and he fumbled the ball. He fumbled the ball. He fumbled the ball, and the ball was recovered by the Hornets. Wow. Wow, you talking about the tides turning. So what was a 21-yard touchdown has now turned into a fumble and recovery for the Hornets. And there's a timeout and a flag on the field. We're going to take a timeout and get all this sorted out when we return. We're still in the second quarter play with 5 minutes, 23 seconds on the clock. Panthers trailing 14-7. You listen to the Panthers Sports Network. Yes. Let's do 30. We're on the air, Fred.
Unsportsmanlike conduct. 17. Alabama State. At the distance. Should go. 1st and 10. Alabama State. That is 17. First unsportsmanlike.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Unsportsmanlike conduct was called on the Hornets, and that's going to push them back.
1st and 10 for the Hornets.
But the Hornets will have the ball at their 14-yard line. And more importantly, they have the lead. Ready to go back to work. Toppins will give that ball to Khalil Thomas, and Thomas will pick up about 6 yards on the run. And Harper will be credited for the tackle. And the Hornets ready to go back to work. The ball's at the 20-yard line. Play action pass. There's a backward pass, and that ball was complete. But making the tackle was Riley Johnson, number 20. That ball was, 29. That ball was thrown to number 2, Willis White. And Johnson quickly on the tackle. So it's going to bring up 3rd down and about 7 for the Hornets. The ball is at the Hornets' 16-yard line. Hornets on top by the score of 14-7. Toppin trying to point out the defense. He has 4 down linemen he's looking at. He's getting pressure, flushed out the pocket, throws it across to the receiver who could not hold on to it. And that's going to bring out the kicking unit for the Hornets, as able trying to hold on to that was number 88, Nigel Lee. Could not hold on to it, so the Panthers dodge a bullet after having a big gasp here in the stadium. 4 minutes and 15 seconds now remaining. Panthers trailing 14-7. Wiltz is waiting back at his own 47-yard line. The punt is up high, driving punt, and it takes a favorable bounce for the Hornets. And it will end up out of bounds at the 37-yard line of the Panthers, and the Panthers will take over at their own 38-yard line, is what they want to officially say it is. We have 4 minutes and 7 seconds remaining. You have to wonder at some point, does Coach even allow the backup quarterback, Jalen, to come on in? Jalen Morton, that is, at this time, to come on in. But it appears that Jalen Morton will be coming in at this time. He's going to be getting some action here with 4:07 remaining. The ball is at the 37-yard line. The Panthers trailing 14-7. Morton takes it, looks. He's got the spread look. He's got time. He's throwing. He got to throw it. He's going for the big play. Down in the middle. Oh, my. Almost had it was Joshua Simmons. And, boy, you're talking about this place would have erupted. Morton, as the old folk would say, just chunked it. But as a pass interference call against the Hornets is going to give the Panthers a first down, an additional 15 yards, and yet still time to make something happen. 3 minutes and 59 seconds remaining before halftime. Panthers trailing 14-7. Panthers now have the ball at the 48-yard line of the Hornets. Ready to go to work now is Morton. Morton has 2 receivers to his left, 1 to his right. Smith in the fullback position, that tight end position. Morton looks, play action, looking to his left, cuts back, now he decides to run, tucks it and hold on to the ball, son. He gets across to the 43-yard line. He picks up about 5 on the boot scoop boogie, and he will advance it. It's going to be second down. They give him 4. We'll say 6 for the Panthers. 3 minutes and 30 seconds now remaining. Panthers are lined up, ready to go. Morton in on relief for Green. The ball is at the 44-yard line. There's a quick pass and incomplete, but there's going to be a legal procedure called against the Panthers, and they'll push this one back all over. I want to remind you, ladies and gentlemen, that at halftime, we are going to have the scheduled guest of Ashley Robinson, athletic director, and Miss Angela Williams, head cross-country coach. She has already made her presence in. As there is a timeout on the floor, we're going to take us a quick timeout here and be back with more Panther action. 3 minutes and 19 seconds remaining. Panthers trailing 14-7. You are listening to the Panthers Sports Network. 30 seconds is good, sir. Thank you. I can't help it. I don't know what's going on.
Each Tuesday at 1:30 p.m. for the Panthers Sports Report live from Raising Capital on the Open Mic Broadcast Network.
Yes. 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 I said 30. You got me opened up. You're not pulling me down. They carrying me on the air. Okay. And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. PV Nation trying to strike back here. It is homecoming 2016. Panthers trailing by the score of 14-7. 3 minutes, 19 seconds remaining. Quarterback in relief is Mr. Morton. Morton has the ball at the 49-yard line of the Hornets. Rolling out to his right side, throws that ball, tried to hit the receiver on the far corner. Looks like that was intended for Darius Floyd, number 11. That pass was incomplete. It's going to be third down, and we'll call it 11 now for the Panthers. Panthers trailing 14-7. 3 minutes and 8 seconds now remaining. Panthers making personnel adjustments as Morton will get ready to go. 2 receivers to his right, a tight end lined up in the slot. 2 receivers to the left. Morton looking over toward the sideline right now. Panthers trying to get something back going here, trailing 14-7. Morton takes the snap, looks to his right, steps up in the pocket, moves over to the left. Now he's got to make a defender miss, and he will get down close to the sideline at the 45-yard line. And he picks up a couple, and it's going to be fourth down and about 7 or 8 yards for the Panthers. 2 minutes and 45 seconds remaining. Looks like the Panthers are going to send out Houlihan to kick. This is right around the time that I wouldn't be surprised if old Shotgun really pulled out a fake on this one right now. Needs some type of momentum swing here to get things going. Meanwhile, back deep for the Hornets, it looks like Willis, number 2. Houlihan will get it, the rugby-style kick, running to the right side. He kicks it away, and this is going to be fair caught at the 21-yard line, and the Hornets will take over here, first down and 10 with 2 minutes and 17 seconds remaining in this second quarter play. The Panthers have had opportunity on top of opportunity to make some things happen. And we'll come back. And speaking about making things happen, we'll get ready to talk with head cross-country, track, and field, Miss Everything Olympian Angela Williams. Back to action. There's a quick hitch pass to the far side, and quickly dispersing that, the receiver was Mr. Riley Johnson, number 29, a pickup of, they're going to say 6.5 yards, second down and 4. Toppins, one receiver to his left side, 2 receivers to his right, back in the backfield with him. Panthers with 4 down linemen. Toppin looking to his left, pumps one time, being flushed out of the pocket. He's going to be sacked. Yes, he is sacked. Not quitting, had the motor running on all cylinders, was number 95, Devon Reed, and he picks up a sack, and that was a big play for the Panthers here with 1 minute and 30 seconds now remaining. That sack is going to push them back. It's going to be about 2 yards lost on it. No huddle offense now for the Hornets. Hornets looking over to the far side to Coach Jenkins and company. It's going to be 2 receivers to the right side for Toppin. Toppin making the adjustments. Panthers, 3 down linemen. Takes it, plays Statue of Liberty. Whoa, breaking it up, and now he's sticking to the outside. But big Malachi Jean, number 53, just stopped everything in the middle. Pushed him back to the 30-yard line. Picked up a couple of yards. Is going to bring up a 4th down situation. Panthers take a timeout. It's going to be a 30-second timeout, so we'll stay right here. 53 seconds remaining before the half. Panthers trailing 14-7. Dr. Mike Prince here with you. Homecoming 2016. And, man, what a sight it is for sore eyes. And speaking of a sight for sore eyes, head track coach Angela Williams has joined us in the booth, and she will be one of our halftime features coming up at the halftime report here on 91.3 FM KPVU, your Jazz and Heritage NPR membership station. We are having us a grand old time. We'll have an even better time if the Panthers can find a way to tie this contest up going into halftime, because they've been proven to be a better second half team. Even though they've been shut out for 4 quarters, they broke that drought here in the second quarter and trying to continue on with the momentum. Timeout now is being taken over with. Wilt is standing at his own 45-yard line. This kick is away from Wilt, and the ball will be out of bounds. A pretty good kick at the 30-yard line. So the Panthers will take over at their own 30-yard line as we will have exactly 47 seconds remaining in this half. Panthers still on the sideline being huddled up. Now they're coming out breaking from the pack. And it is Morton who will still be at quarterback. Now he has in the backfield with him Javonte Ham. 3 receivers to the right side for Morton. Takes it, going to play action to Ham, throws that ball. That ball is caught and picked off, and trying to return it, going back and forth, and finally wrapped up at the 35-yard line. Another pick for the Hornets. That was number 25, Presley. And the turnover bug continues to bite the Panthers. 36 seconds now remaining before halftime. Toppin and company quickly out with 35-yard line. 36 seconds remaining at the Panthers ball. Toppin looking, wants to throw. He's going up top. That ball was almost intercepted by O'Leary, the Rover. He came up on top with the coverage as they tried to go for the big play to number 83, Bemis. And it's going to be second down for the Hornets.
Come on, Panthers.
4 down linemen for the Panthers. Harper, Reed, Jean, and Billing lined up. The snap to Toppin. Toppin looks to his right, throws that ball, and it's completed, but immediately tackled by O'Leary down to the 30-yard line, and Alabama State will take a timeout with 17 seconds remaining.
Alabama State.
The timeout taken by Alabama State.
Game clock to 20 seconds.
They were asking the game clock to be set back to 20 seconds. It was showing 17 seconds. So Alabama State trying to score off the turnover, and that's the name of the game. Panthers have had 2 interceptions in this contest, and we are still moments away from halftime, where the Panthers are trailing 14-7. But man, have they had opportunities to get right back into this thing. What looked like was a 21-yard touchdown screen to Christian Russo was called back for the penalty, and it's been a struggle ever since. But one thing about it, PV Nation is enjoying themselves here at Homecoming 2016. Had a chance to get with some of the old teammates of mine on the baseball side, and we had us a grand old time. I did not play, did not want to play. I was going to manage. I told them oh my, look at there. As I told them, look, that we were going to make sure that everybody had a good time, and everyone did, and now we're ready to go back to work. 3 receivers to the left side now for Toppin. Ball's at the 30-yard line. The snap. Toppin's looking. He looks back to his right, throws back to his right. That ball is going to be complete and going out of bounds after the reception. Number 83, Austin Bemis. And Bemis gets down to the 15-yard line. That's a 15-yard gain. 15 seconds remaining on the clock. 15's running wild all over the place. 3 receivers to the left side now for Toppin. He has 1 back in the backfield with him. 1 receiver to the right. Takes the low snap. Looks to his right. Throws. And that ball is incomplete. Intended again for Bemis on the near side. And there's 10 seconds now remaining. The Hornets have no timeouts left. The Panthers have 1 timeout left. Trailing by the score of 14-7. And they are going to try to line it up again for another quick play. 2 receivers to the left side for Toppin. 1 to the right side. And his tight end is lined up on the right side of him. Toppins with a back in the backfield. Takes a snap. Looks. Quickly throws off the receiver. That was to number 19, Archer. Archer was open in the end zone, but couldn't pull it down. And it is going to bring out the kicking unit with 6 seconds left. It's going to be 3rd down and 10. And the ball is going to be placed right at the 23-yard line. So this should be a 32-yard field goal attempt for the young kicker. The kick is up, and the kick is good. The 32-yard field goal at the end of the first half for Trevor Knight to bring it through to make the score at halftime. Alabama State 17, the Panthers 7. We want to take us a break, and we'll be right back with the beginning of our halftime report. You're listening to the Panthers Sports Network. Give me 1 minute and we'll be ready to get into the report. We'll put those on there. Other way. Okay, pull that down. There you go. Hey, we're down, right, Lance? Okay. Hey, Fred, I got a host here, a guest here. Just want to give a sound check so you can see or hear our levels. Say something, Ms. Williams.
Hello, this is Angela Williams.
Angela Williams. That's good. Thank you very much, sir. How we holding out? We're good. Yes. Yes, please. Yes. How you doing, sir? That's okay. It's gonna be over. You get the sound. Yes, sir. That's good. Hey.
That's how they do.
Thank you. And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We're at halftime. The Panthers trailing by the score of 17-7. It has been a game of ups and downs, ins and out, and we have another half to see how the end's going to be. Meanwhile, we have been fortunate enough to wrangle in the head track coach for the women's division for the Prairie View A&M University Panthers, and that is none other than Coach Angela Williams. How you doing, Coach?
I'm doing awesome. How are you?
Well, you know what? I'm doing great. I'll be doing better at the end of this one if they say that the Panthers are on top. But there's a lot going on, and a lot of people get caught up sometimes in the fall season. And yes, it is football season, but there are other sports going on, and in particular, cross country. You want to bring us up to speed of what's going on in the world of cross country?
Right now, we have completed our third meet going into conference, and cross country is a little different than other sports. So we don't compete in tournaments where you meet your conference teams. So you try to get your athletes in shape so that you run in the meets to try to peak at the cross country championship, which will take place on October 21st in Clinton, Mississippi at the Choctaw Trails. And so I'm looking forward to bringing home a cross-country championship to Prairie View A&M this year.
Well, we're looking forward to you bringing it home as well. And there are some things, like you just mentioned, the uniqueness of cross-country that doesn't go. You guys just had a meet on yesterday up at College Station.
Yes.
And what was the results on that, and how does that position them for the SWAC championship, which is coming up in a couple of weeks?
Well, the way cross-country works is it goes by your place. The lower the score, the higher, the better you do. The higher the score, the worse you do. And so I've been throwing the young ladies into the wolves, as if you want to put it that way, running against teams like Baylor, Texas A&M, Sam Houston, SFA, those schools that have cross-country programs. I have young women that may run the 400, the 800, not true cross-country athletes that we train them to compete on a good level in cross-country and try to win a championship. The meet yesterday, it showed us that we still have a little ways to go as far as them learning how to compete. We wanted them to go out a little fast and then settle in, because it's a 5K run, which is about 3.2 miles. They went out a little bit too fast and couldn't hold it. But we have 2 meets to go that shows us what we need to do. So we will have a meet actually here on Prairie View's campus on Thursday the 13th. And so that will give us another window into where they are.
Now, there's also some things going on, and I want you, and this is a wonderful opportunity, what is the major difference other than the distance as far as preparation between cross country and track per se?
Okay, in cross country, only 5 get to score. So top 5 that come in are the ones that give you your placing. So let's say you have 4 to come in before another team, and then 5 of the other team comes in before your 5th person, then that knocks you down. So you want all of your 5 athletes to come in as close to each other as possible, because that gives you a lower score, which gives you a higher place.
Got you.
In track and field, the score is 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You get, that's how you score. And I might have threw some ones in there that doesn't belong. But anyway, all 16 events score. So in track and field, you have to have throwers, jumpers, sprinters, distance runners. You have to have the whole gamut, and they have to be able to score in each event in order to gain points, because the higher score you have in track and field, the better you do when it comes to placing.
Very good. We're here with Coach Angela Williams and the Lady Panthers cross country / track. I just call it Miss Do It All. Just do it all. And she's a very modest individual, ladies and gentlemen. She doesn't like to talk much about her past, which most of the good ones don't like to talk about the past, but a former Olympiad, and she's been retired in the Hall of Fame. Is it Seton Hall?
Seton Hall University.
Yeah. Now, tell us about that. We need to know the greatness of all the coaches that are donning the purple and gold, and this is the time, as they say, get your shine on.
Well, I mean, I was blessed to be able to be a good athlete. I graduated high school in '83. I'm proud to say that when I graduated, I was the #1 female sprinter in the nation. I went to Tennessee State initially. I went to HBCU. My coach at Tennessee State, Coach at Temple, recently passed away, and I was actually his last Olympian. I made my first Olympic team in 1984. I was born in Trinidad and Tobago, which is in the Caribbean, although I grew up in the United States. Someone from Trinidad saw me running, and I beat some of the national team athletes, and they were like, there's this young girl in New York. I think she's from Trinidad. And so at age 16, I started traveling on the world-class circuit, and I didn't stop until 96. I did run in the 92 and 96 Olympic trials for the United States. Ran on a USA team where we broke the world indoor record, actually, in a 4x2. They don't do that event anymore. And so I've had a very, very good career. And my job, my purpose now, I want the young women that I deal with to experience track and field to the highest level.
Well, with that being said, how is it in as far as the scalability of recruiting for you with the other big institutions that you mentioned earlier, Baylor, Texas A&M? We know that there are some obvious things, but what's the one thing? You got the new facilities coming in, and we always heard facilities make the difference. Facilities make the difference. How much of an impact does that have on your recruiting?
It has. I've noticed, and this is my first recruiting season with the track, the new facility, and it's changed the dynamics of it for me. Now, I don't know if I can still go out and get those athletes. Let's say someone is deciding between Baylor, where their track is the same thing that we have here, but there's a lake right behind you where you see the guys rowing as they're running, and Prairie View. Now, there are some financial differences. There's the cost of tuition and cost of attendance, and I won't get all into that, but it makes a difference. But I think that the quality of athletes that we are now able to recruit on the men and women's side has changed because of the facility that we have here.
Very good. Coach Angela Williams with the women's track and field, cross country, all of the aboves, what's that, the tic-tac-toe team and everything else. It is always a joy and a pleasure to speak with you. You've been ever so kind to me every time I needed to speak with you, and part of our job is to make sure that we promote all 18 sports here on the campus, and we are extremely glad that you were able to drop in on us. Anything you'd like to share before we shut this segment down?
One thing I'd like to do, and the alumni, track and field, young women are here, those that I've had and those that were before me, and of course Miss Barbara Jackett left a legacy that I'm trying to continue and fit in those shoes. But the young women that took the chance when I got here, to a program where nothing was happening, and they have helped pave the way for a facility like this to happen without us winning a championship yet. We've come close, but now I think with the facility and the quality of athletes that are coming, we will be able to not just win one, but back to back to back. That is the plan. But I'd like to thank those young women like Teresia Moody and Savona Thompson and Maisha Dixon and Alexis, who just got married. Just the young women that said, you know what, Coach Williams, we're coming to Prairie View because we want to run under you, and they have helped pave the way for the young women that are going to come now.
Well, you know what the old African proverb says, it takes a village to raise one child, and it all starts with one. Thank you all so much for your participation and continued participation. And also do remember, being a part of this homecoming festivity, that's great. They see the new facilities, but they need to learn how to give back on the financial side as well, too.
Yes.
Go ahead, Coach.
We would love for it. It's on the website if you want to give back and help the men and women's track and field program. We truly appreciate it. The Prairie View Relays will be returning on March 25th. It is a collegiate as well as high school meet, and I think it's going to be an awesome meet coming back. A lot of the high schools are interested. A lot of the colleges are interested in coming back. And also, we may have a surprise with USA Track and Field.
Yeah, I heard about that, but I won't spill the beans just there. Coach Angela Williams of the ladies track and cross country team. We're going to take us a break. We're still at halftime. Panthers trailing 17-7. We'll go back to the studios and we'll come right back. It looks like Mr. Robinson has made his way in. We'll come back. We'll hear from Mr. Robinson and more of our halftime report. Miss Darden is in. Everybody is in the house. We are listening to the Panthers Sports Network. And welcome back. Halftime report here on the Hill. Homecoming 2016. Panthers trailing at the moment 17-7. We heard from track and field coach Angela Williams. Now we've been joined by the boss, the athletic director, Coach Ashley Robinson. How you doing, sir?
Doing well. How you doing today, Mike?
Well, great, man. Glad to have you aboard here. The Panthers off to a slow start right now. What is your assessment as the old coach here with everything that you're seeing here in the first half?
Well, I just got one statement, Mike. I just say great coaches adjust at halftime, and I'm going to leave it at that.
Great coaches adjust at halftime. You heard it right there. Now, Coach, you got to be happy with everything that you're seeing here. Mm-hmm. It's been a great week here, starting on Tuesday. Right. People have been coming in, filling this place out, and it's part of the vision that you had laid out, not only for just football, but for athletics as a whole. And share with people that are listening right now the vision for PV Nation.
Well, the vision is to continue to build 18 sports. We're going to build programs. We're not going to make sure that we do things the right way, from an NCAA standpoint, from a university standpoint, and we're going to make sure we take care of the welfare of our students. I always think, you go by building programs and athletic departments the right way, success will come. I'm entering my 4th year as the athletic director here, and we've made a lot of changes, and I've saw a lot of progress. But no doubt in my mind, we still have a lot of work to do. And I think, PV Nation would be very proud. We're going to continue to build our programs, all 18 sports. I think our coaches are doing a good job. All 377 student athletes are doing a great job. APR numbers are rising. We're graduating our student athletes, and it's only one thing left to do, and that's to win championships.
Win those championships.
Yeah.
Well, look, I wanted to share something with you. I've been hearing this, and I've experienced it myself. The Cotton Bowl, we were just at last week.
Right.
Over 53,000 people, and prior to that, I think it was 52,000 the year before that. And I got a chance to meet some people that you don't get a chance to see, and that's the SWAT unit.
Right.
That sit on top of the roof at the Cotton Bowl. And I felt PV proud when they made the comment that they made. They said, we love working this Grambling Prairie View game.
Right.
Because we get to watch the game.
Right.
Now, there are 2 other big universities we don't need to call out. They're playing there this weekend. They call it the Red River Shootout, but we don't need to call their names.
Right.
They say they are under stress, and they were talking about how well-behaved and mannerable PV Nation and Grambling Nation for that nation is. And that made my chest stick out proud. When you've seen all this activity, 30,000 plus people on this campus,
right,
not a major hiccup, how does that make you feel to know that you're attached to something like that?
Well, it's started with tradition. And then PV has a great tradition, coming back for homecoming, coming back in support. PV Nation, I mean, you look at it. I mean, you come on campus this week, and, I left work a proud person yesterday. I left about 2 or 3 o'clock yesterday, and I called my wife, and I said, this is amazing, just to see PV Nation come together as one. I think from an HBCU standpoint and from any FCS university, once PV Nation comes as one and everybody united, we come together, it's something amazing is going to happen here. And I say it all the time, and I'm not just saying it because I'm the athletic director, but we got a lot of exciting things going on the Hill. From an academic standpoint, #1 HBCU band, they just got invited to the Macy's Parade 2017. It's a lot of exciting things, and it's a lot of big things going on, exciting from an enrollment standpoint to get kids to come to this institution. So, not just from an athletic standpoint, but I feel like we can build this institution. It's a well-rounded institution from all cylinders. 18 sports, great academic programs. You get kids on the Hill and you take them over to the academic units, they're gonna come.
Yes,
they're gonna come. So that's one positive that we have in the athletic department. We get them on campus, I think they're definitely going to come, and that's one of the problems we've been having in the past. Just couldn't get them on campus, and now we have some exciting things going on in athletics. We have one of the top FCS facilities in the country. Not just in football, but in all our sports. You look over to across the hill and look at our track facility, look at our baseball facility. Mike, you was a baseball guy.
Yes, sir.
So you understand that as well. And look at our soccer facility to be done next week. Break ground on softball next week. Break ground on tennis in 2 weeks. So. Great bowling alley. So we have the facilities here now. It's definitely a great. Like I always say, it's a great time to be a Panther. But it's always a great time to be a Panther because it's always exciting things going on the Hill.
Well, we had an alumni game last night over at the baseball, and Odie Davis, former Ranger, OPV grad here, and man, we had a great time. I managed last night. I didn't play last night. I wasn't going to even try to play because I knew I had to work today.
Right.
So we had at least 30 guys.
Good.
From the alumni side. And not only did we come in and have a good time, but we left some presidents behind to help to continue on. And it was just a great atmosphere all the way, even though we lost technically, but we won in spirits, if you will. But it was just a great time. You got to tip your hat to the baseball coaches, Riggins and company, doing what they need. Coach White, Coach Burrell, those guys got these guys excited to play baseball again. And as you mentioned, it's a lot going on at the Hill. And I know you got a lot going on with you right now, but I want to thank you so much for taking time out of your busy schedule to come and be a part of it. I know you're hosting here and hosting there, but I got a request. I'm going to get you over the air. I believe, there she is. You make sure she brings some of that good stuff down there from there and bring it up here so I can grab me something to have on. Is that all right?
Will do.
Ashley Robinson, Athletic Director for the Prairie View A&M University Panthers. We are still at halftime. Panthers trailing 17-7. Hold it just where you got it because we got one more guest that's waiting and ready to chop at the bits, and that is Miss Phyllis Darden. We're going to take us another break, and we'll be right back. You're listening to the Panthers Sports Network. And welcome back. We are still at halftime here. The Panthers trailing by the score of 17-7. Homecoming 2016, and the Storm up to their usual thing, and they're putting on quite a performance here at halftime. We have been fortunate enough to have in the press box with us, I guess we'll get her tell us her title. She is Miss Do It All. We thought Coach Angela was Miss Do It All, but we have Miss Phyllis Darden. Welcome to the halftime report, young lady.
Hi.
How you doing?
I'm good.
Okay, now look, first of all, we need, they say name, rank, serial number, give your class, and just, you do so much. They'll be like, well, what does Phyllis do? We're going to get a chance to hear straight, I don't want to say the horse, but from the pony's mouth. Straight from the pony's mouth.
Okay. Well, first of all, I'm a graduate of the Department of Sociology and Social Work in 1980. with a BS, and then a master's in 1981, also sociology.
Oh, very good, very good. And technically, I know that you had an extensive lawyer, not lawyer, but a law firm background.
Right.
But you have got your pulse in the athletic world. So explain that part that you do for athletics.
Unofficially.
She says unofficially. Okay.
Unofficially, I help fundraise. I identify fundraising opportunities for athletics. Right now, I identify fundraising opportunities for football.
Okay.
But I also look around for fundraising opportunities for other sports. I'm looking for some things for baseball. We've been talking to Coach Williams and Coach Clay. I'm also looking at some things for basketball as well.
Okay, so you're just a busybody then.
Yeah,
now, are you a grant writer as well?
I'm not a grant writer, but I was one of the co-founders for the foundation.
Okay.
Yeah, I actually got started. I was on the capital campaign cabinet for Dr. Wright, and while I was on that, I was working for the law firm, and so Dr. Wright and Dr. Willie Trotty asked me if my law firm would help start a foundation for Prairie View and do it pro bono. So they did that, and so I kind of got some experience raising money that way.
Okay.
And I guess about a year ago, I stepped down from the foundation as a trustee, and A.D. Robinson asked me if I would kind of help out and, kind of find those opportunities and also kind of help pull back some former student athletes.
Okay, very good. Now, I know that you were very inspirational in developing that core relationship with the parade marshal, Brother Ken Houston, and you're working on a project with Brother Ken Houston. You want to go into that for a little bit?
Yeah, well, Ken was also a former trustee for the foundation.
Okay.
And he stepped down a couple of years ago. And one of the first things that I thought about was Ken is our only Pro Football Hall of Famer. And I thought that was one of the best opportunities that we had. And I wanted to, one, re-engage him. But two, one of the things that's always kind of bothered me is that we don't honor our former student athletes. And I noticed that a lot of our current student athletes didn't know who Ken Houston is. They don't know who Otis Taylor is. And I wanted to bring that back. And so I went to Ken and I asked him if he would consider starting an endowed scholarship. And so we sat down, we talked. I gave him a plan, talked to A.D. Robinson, we got him on campus, laid out the plan. He said yes, and so that's where we are.
And that's where you are, and I might add, you're doing, as they say, a bumper job.
Thank you.
You know, as they say, it's the hardest thing and probably the most unpopular thing is being the front runner of raising money, because people, oh, there they go, they want, every time you see them, they got the hand out, this, that, and the other, but someone's got to do it.
Well, and I kind of do it a different way. I look at it from a different perspective. One, I look at it from the perspective that Ken has friends. And so I'm not necessarily looking at alum to do it. And I didn't go to Ken and say, I need you to give the money. I asked Ken, let's talk to your friends. Because I'm a proponent that if your friends say that they love you and you tell them that you're going to set up a scholarship for the school that you love, they're going to give for you.
Well.
And that's what we did. We asked his friends to give. And they gave, and they're still giving. And now we're asking an alum to give, because one of the things that he wants to do, he does love Prairie View. And he remembers being right here on Blackshear Field and the struggle on Blackshear Field, and now looking at it now. And so he wants the student athletes now not to go through that same struggle.
Exactly. And as I say, our call speeds on its way in that matter. And speaking of, teams are coming out of the sideline here, and we're going to, I'm sorry, we're going to have to re-continue this, but we see each other all the time, so we're going to make that work. The Panthers at halftime trailing 17-7. We're going to hear from Coach Willie Simmons in his first half assessment and go over some first half stats. We're going to take another break, and we'll come back with more of our halftime report right here from the new Blacksburg Stadium on KPVU 91.3, the Jazz and Heritage station for your listening. You're listening to the Panthers Sports Network. And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. 17-7 is our score. The Panthers are trailing at Panther Stadium, the new Blacksburg Field, and the Panthers are going to be able to try to take care of business right now. We were able to catch up with Coach Willie Simmons to hear his assessments of the first half, and we'll go ahead and hear quickly from Coach Willie Simmons and how the Panthers played in the first half.
Coach Simmons, summarize the first half. Turnovers, too many turnovers. Got to protect the football. Thank you, Coach.
As you heard, it's short, quick, and to the point. Turnovers, too many turnovers. Got to protect the ball. The Panthers have struggled somewhat at that part to protect the ball. We'll give you the passing. Quarterback passing for the Toppins for Alabama State. He was 13 of 20, no interceptions, 112 yards, as long of 32 yards. He was sacked twice. Meanwhile, Green was 7 of 15, 1 interception. He's thrown for 140 yards, 1 touchdown, the 52-yard connection, and he was sacked once. And you have Jalen Morton 0 for 2 with an interception, no sacks, no yards, no touchdowns. The Panthers on the running parts of the ball, you have the rushing leader, Mr. Trey Green, had 2 rushes for 100 yards. You have Joshua Simmons, 2 rushes for 34 yards. Stephon McCray, 3 rushes for 4 yards. And you have Morton, 2 rushes for 9 yards. For the Hornets, you had Mr. Khalid Thomas with 10 rushes for 64 yards, 10 rushes and 29 yards for Toppin. And for King, he had 4 rushes for 14 yards. And Mr. Anderson, 1 rush for 3 yards. The Panthers are trailing at halftime right now, 17-7. Both teams are out, have got their stretching in. They got a new clock set to ready to go. We're going to take us a quick pause, and we'll be right back with the second half. Thank you so much for listening to the Halftime Report. I'm Dr. Mike Prince, and you are listening to the Panthers Sports Network. And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. The Panthers ready to position themselves for the second half, trailing by the score of 17-7. The Panthers will be going from left to right on the dial to get this second half on the way. This ball will be retrieved by the up back as it's falling down on it. Looks like that will be McCray. Stephon McCray will fall on it at the 30-yard line. And that's where the Panthers will take over here in the third quarter to get us set here. Panthers trailing by the score of 17-7. The ball is going to be at the 30-yard line. You can hear the band ready to go. As the Panthers now set up in position, Morton is still quarterbacking for the Panthers. He has a spread look, takes it, rolls to his right, throws quick, and that ball is going to be complete to Joshua Simmons. Simmons will pick up 5 yards, and the Panthers rolling right along here. We're just getting on the way here in the second half. Panthers trailing 17-7. Panthers have been their own worst enemy so far in the evening. Morton ready to go to work, calling for the play. Smith lined up in the fullback position. He's going to take it. He's going to keep it himself, does Morton, and he'll fall close to the 40-yard line. Going to say around the 39-yard line. They're stopping the clock as an indication that he may have gotten enough for the first down, and yes, he does. They're going to give him a first down. The ball is right at the 39-yard line of the Panthers. Panthers going from left to right on the dial, trailing by the score of 17-7. Morton does a quick pitch out to the left side to McCray. McCray hits the corner, runs over a defender, and he will pick up a yard on the run as he ends up at the 41-yard line. So technically that would be 2 yards on the run on the quick toss to McCray as the Panthers go back to the line of scrimmage. No huddle offense. Mr. Gus Lopez is centering, wearing number 64, leading the charge for the Panthers on the front line. 3 down linemen for the Hornets. Morton takes it, rolls to his right. He wants to throw, and that ball is complete to Lestrap. Lestrap falls across to the 40 to the 39-yard line. That's going to be a first down for the Panthers as Lestrap was able to make sure that he got through on that one. The Panthers now ready to go here. First possession of the second half, trailing by the score of 17-7. 2 receivers to the left side for Morton. He takes it now, and he's going to keep it. Oh, and he slipped trying to cut back, and he actually lost a yard or 2 as he slipped at the 40-yard line, and it's going to make it second down and 12. The ball is at the 40-yard line. 40-yard line of the Panthers. Panthers trailing 17-7. Morton now has McCray in the backfield with him. Smith is lined up at fullback, wearing number 83. Takes it, going to be a play action. Morton looks, throws, and that ball is, oh, was it intercepted? Almost intercepted for the second time and the third time today collectively, as that ball was broken up by number 32, Courtney Berry, linebacker, and is going to bring up third down, and we'll call it 12 from the 40-yard line. 2 receivers to the left side for Morton. 12 minutes and 23 seconds now remaining in the third quarter play. Panthers trying to get something going on this opening drive of the second half. Has Smith now lined up in the slot. Morton takes it. He's being flushed. He ducks, missing the receiver. Wants to throw the ball, and he was knocked out of bounds. Pressured by the Hornets. That looked like that was defensive end number 49-ish. Uraman. And it's going to bring up fourth down for the Panthers. They bring out the kicking unit with 12 minutes and 12 seconds remaining here in the third quarter. Back to get the punt will be Thomas. Thomas will wave for the fair catch at the 12-yard line. And the Hornets will take over at their own 12-yard line after stopping the Panthers on their opening drive here of the third quarter, already leading by the score of 17-7. 12:06 remaining in the third quarter of play. Mike Prince here with you from the new Blackshear Field, Panthers Stadium, as the Panthers here in homecoming 2016 trailing by the score of 17-7. Panthers now huddling up on the side now as a media timeout, this televised game on the Roots Network. Panthers have had the luxuries of being on television a lot this year, a few times on the ESPN, and of course with the Root Network, and of course live right here everywhere they go on 91.3 KPVU FM, your Jazz and Heritage NPR membership station. Panthers coming out now of the huddle as they get ready to get on the defense now trailing by the score of 17-7. Some scores going on throughout the Southwestern Athletic Conference that we'll try to pull up for you here momentarily. Other games that the Panthers are going to be watching with the grades. Only 3 games being played today. We do know that the Mississippi Valley State Delta Devils are in Montana. They'll be taking on Montana a little bit later. They may have already started. We'll try to break all that down for you here momentarily as Toppin has come out, 3 receivers to his right side. Thomas in the backfield with him, 1 receiver to the left.
Alabama State.
So Toppin takes it, gives it to Thomas. Thomas runs to the right side, and he will fall forward to the 16-yard line, picks up a couple of yards. As the Alcorn State Braves are leading Alabama A&M by the score of 21-16. 3 receivers now to the right side of the Hornets. So it's going to be a give to the left side this time of Thomas, and Thomas will be wrapped up by a host of Panthers led by number 44, Billing. They'll bring him up to the 17-yard line, and it's going to be 3rd down, and we'll call it 4 for the Hornets. Hornets quickly back up with no huddle offense on the attack. 3 receivers to the right side for the quarterback, Toppin. Thomas, number 7, lined up to his left side, and you have Archer, number 19, down on the near side of the sideline. Takes it, a quick dump screen over to the receiver, bouncing off defenders as falling forward for a Hornet first down to the 25-yard line was number 7, Thomas. And it's going to be 1st down and 10 for the Hornets. A new set of downs at the 25-yard line. 10 minutes and 50 seconds remaining in the 3rd quarter of play. Hornets on top, 17-10. Toppin's now back in the shotgun position. 2 receivers to his right side. 4 down linemen for the Panthers. Toppin looking over to the sideline on the far side, checking out the assignments. Now he comes back and makes his adjustments. Tight end lined up on the left side. Toppin takes it, gives it to his back, Thomas. Thomas bouncing off in between defenders, and he is tackled by the nickelback, number 5, Arthur Lockett. Another positive gain. That was a pickup of 6 yards. So it's going to be 2nd down and 4 for Alabama State. Alabama State going from right to left on the dial, dressed in their all whites with the gold helmet, white cages. Toppin takes the snap, keeps it himself off the read, running to the right side. He's going to be wrapped down, tangled up, and slammed to the turf by number 33, Will Skinner. So it will be enough for a Hornet 1st down. They will spot the ball to the 36-yard line. Panthers in their gold tops with the purple sleeve, purple pants with the white helmet with purple cages. Trying to stop this Hornet train. Trailing by the score of 17-7. Toppin awaits the snap in the spread look. Takes it and gives it to Thomas, running to the right side. And right side, Thomas run, gets across to the 41-yard line, picks up another 3 to 4 yards. And it's going to be 2nd down. Hornets doing 2 things. They're eating up clock, and they're moving the ball. 8 minutes and 55 seconds remaining with the Hornets on the top, 17-7. Toppin not in any hurry as he takes the snap. Looks, pumps one time, wants to throw downfield, and that ball was incomplete. Intended for number 19, Archer. And it's going to bring up now 3rd down for the Hornets. 3rd, and we'll call it 6 for the Hornets at the 41-yard line. Back to the huddle quickly on the Hornets. The Panthers now showing all 4 down linemen standing up Now they're pulling back. You got Barch at number 10. You have number 45, Guillory. Number 54, Williams. Number 44, Billing. And it looks like number 36, Anthony now coming in from the outside. The pass is going to be, they say, complete. Singleton, or I should say Riley, Johnson says no, he didn't catch it. Now they reverse that call, and it's bringing up 4th down. Good stop now for the Panthers. Nigel couldn't hold on to it. So with 8 minutes and 33 seconds, the Panthers will send out the punt unit. Panthers will have Wiltz standing back at his own 20-yard line awaiting this punt. Panthers trailing 17-7. The kick is up. A high, short kick. It takes a little bounce in favor for the Hornets and will be downed at the 26-yard line. And that is where the Panthers will take over. 1st down and 10 with 8 minutes, 21 seconds remaining in the 3rd quarter. Panthers trailing by the score of 17-7. Montana is on top of Mississippi Valley State by the score of 14-7 in the 1st quarter. As those are the only 3 games on slate today within the Southwestern Athletic Conference. Panthers coming back now, going from left to right on the dial. Got Morton in at quarterback, Tucker in the backfield. 2 receivers to the right side for Morton, 1 to the left for Morton. He takes it, gives it to Tucker, running to the left side, makes the defender miss, hits the outside corner, and he will scoot across up to the 33, 34, but they'll bring it back to the 33-yard line. Good run on the left side for Tucker, as Tucker will advance, make that a 7-yard gain for the Panthers. So now the Panthers trying to get the momentum, quickly going back to work. Morton rolling to his right side, throwing. That ball was tipped and still caught. Great job. That ball was deflected and held on to by Jackson for the reception. Jackson holding on to it, showing concentration. Another 1st down, picked up 17 yards on the reception, and the Panthers are now moving. Ball is right at the 49-yard line of the Hornets. Panthers back to the huddle, or to the line with no huddle. Tucker now lined up to the left side of Morton. There's going to be a give to Tucker. Tucker cuts back, bouncing off defenders, and he will advance down to the 46-yard line. That'll pick up another 3 yards. That time he was met by number 94, Big Rod Henderson, as it's going to bring up 2nd down and 7. Panthers quickly on the attack, trailing by the score of 17-7. Morton will take it. Quick pass over to the far side. That is Darius Floyd. Floyd shakes loose, makes a couple of defenders miss until he's finally pushed out of bounds. And he will get to the 43-yard line. Didn't pick up much, picked up a couple of yards, but it's going to make it a manageable 3rd down for the Panthers here. 7 minutes and 10 seconds now remaining in this 3rd quarter of play. Panthers trailing by the score of 17-7. Going to be 3rd, and we'll call it 5, as Morton is ready to go. Morton takes it, gives it to his back, Tucker on the sweep. Tucker going to the right side, and he's going to be wrestled out of bounds, as he was wrestled out of bounds by number 8, Trey Garnett. Going to see just what they gave him on that, about a yard on that jet street. And it's going to be 4th down for the Panthers. And it looks like the Panthers are going to go for it now. Panthers are right at 60% on the season and going for it on 4th downs. So now they'll come out here at a critical moment. 4th down. Panthers take the snap. Morton keeps it, runs down, straight down the middle. He got through the secondary and stumbles down inside the 25-yard line. 1st down for Morton, as he kept it himself on the keeper. He advances 21 yards and a Panther first down. 5 minutes and 59 seconds now remaining in this third quarter. Panthers with a new set of downs. The ball is spotted at the 23-yard line. Panthers going from left to right on the dial. Panthers are huddled up, but everyone is looking toward the sideline. And now Morton will come back. And you might just have to do that with your backup. Slow this game down. Let them get a chance to collect themselves. Ready to go. It's going to be a jet sweep, a double reverse. They got the double play going in the corner of the end zone. Touchdown, Panthers! They call a flag. They call a flag. Oh, they say he was out of bounds, but it was a pass interference. Oh, my. But the Panthers do get the first down. Garnett was called with the interference, a double reverse. Wilkes ends up throwing to Morton in the end zone, but it is a first down for the Panthers. Ball's at the 12-yard line. Two receivers to the left side for Morton. Morton takes it, gives it to Stephon McCray. McCray stumbles forward toward the 10-yard line, and he will clap his hands together. So now it will be second down, and they say he didn't get much. They're going to say second down and 10 for the Panthers. Broach now in at running back. Cameron Smith lined up at the fullback position. There's a play action to Broach. There's a pass intended for Simmons on the far side, and he just overshot his receiver. He had plenty of room to make that one happen, but was not able to connect. So with 4 minutes and 44 seconds remaining here in the third quarter, Panthers still trailing by the score of 17-7. The ball is placed right at the 23-yard line. I'm sorry, the 13-yard line, as it is first down distance for the Panthers here. Three receivers now to the left side. Morton looks back, throws back to Simmons. Simmons gets down inside, close to the touchdown. Well, he'll be tackled at the 1-yard line, but it will be a first down for the Panthers. A little bubble screen for Joshua Simmons to the left side, and the Panthers are 1 yard away from hearing PV Nation explode. Personnel change coming in now, as there is a timeout here on the floor on the field with first down from the 1 yard line. When we return, the Panthers knocking at the door. 4 minutes and 38 seconds remaining in the third quarter. Panthers trailing 17-7. You're listening to the Panthers Sports Network. And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We just, during the break, got a touchdown run for the Panthers. Plunge from 2 yards out. And with 4 minutes and 30 seconds here in the third quarter, Houlihan will get ready to attempt the kick. The kick is up, and the kick is good. And with that, the Panthers have cut this lead down to 3, trailing 17-14. Panthers on the path of coming back. You're listening to the Panthers Sport Network. We'll take a 30-second break, and we'll be right back. And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. The Panthers striking right back to make this game of interest again. 17-14 is our score. You have 4 minutes and some change left. 4 minutes and 30 seconds to be exact. Jalen Morton on the quarterback keeper to get the 2-yard touchdown run. And the Panthers, just like that, taking advantage of opportunity. The assessments from some penalties here and there. And the Panthers are right back in it. You can hear the bands getting motivated and turned up as we get ready to turn this thing up here with 4 minutes and 30 seconds remaining in this third quarter of play. Panthers and the Hornets. This is a extremely important game for the Panthers, as the Panthers coming off that loss last week against Grambling State by the score of 36-16. They have answered the drought, and now they are ready to try and continue on with their surging. Looks like the Panthers are ready to get this one off and on the way. Back deep will be Willis for the Hornets. Houlihan's kick is up deep, and they're going to bring it out from the 2 yards deep and running up to the 23-yard line for the Hornets was number 83, Bremen. And the Hornets will get ready to set up here. First down and 10 from the 22-yard line with 4 minutes and 25 seconds remaining in the third quarter. Panthers trailing by the score of 17-14 as Toppin now comes back out. Toppin has Thomas in the backfield with him. One receiver to the right side, two receivers to his left. Takes it, gives it to Thomas running to the right side, trying to look, being patient, skating down the sideline. They're going to say he did step out of bounds. Closest defender was Mr. James Paul Bryant, number 15 for the Panthers. So it will be a pickup of 6 yards. It's going to be second down and 4 as Toppin gets ready to go again. He gives it to Thomas running to the right side again. This time Thomas is wrapped up by the Panthers. Number 33, Will Skinner, and number 45, Stephen Guillory. It's going to be third down and 4 from the 29-yard line. No huddle offense as Toppin is lined up underneath center. 3 down linemen for the Panthers. James Harper plug in the middle, big 75. A quick swing pass out to the right side to Thomas, and Thomas is wrapped up right at the yard marker. James Paul Bryant again on the tackle. And looking at where they marked this, they're going to say it's enough for a Hornet first down. And the Hornet will get a new set of downs with 3 minutes and 39 seconds remaining in this third quarter of play. The Hornets on top, 17-14. Panthers just got a 2-yard quarterback keeper by Morton to bring the Panthers within striking distance. Hornets now going. 2 receivers to the left. Going to give now a little pitch, a backward pass to the receiver, and the backside of the motion was Willis White. And that was another backwards pass. And not much on that particular play, but he did make it second down and about 5 now. So the Hornets going with the high-powered, no-huddle offense, trying to wear out the Panthers. Harper still in the middle for the Panthers. 3 down linemen for the Panthers. As White comes back in motion for the Hornets. Going to take it. Another quick dump out to White. Oh, and a big hit for a tackle immediately by Marcus O'Leary. And actually lost about 3 yards on that. O'Leary quickly in pursuit on the quick screen. So it's going to make it a third down and 9 for the Panthers. Panthers changing out personnel as now the Panthers are...
With the band, please refrain from crying when the offense is at the line of scrimmage. Thank you.
So they just asked the bands to shut it down again when the offense is at the line of scrimmage.
Come on, Panther fans.
So now the Panthers with 3 down linemen, third down and 9. Toppin has a receiver to his left. 3 receivers to his left, 1 to his right. He looks, those to his right. That ball is over his intended receiver, number 83, Beecham. As that will bring out the kicking unit, and the Panthers defensively, as you heard Athletic Director Ashley Robertson mention that good coaches adjust, and that's exactly what we've seen here as Coach Ralph Street, the defensive coordinator for the Panthers, has made the necessary adjustments, at least thus far in this early part of the second half. So Wilt stands back at his own 38-yard line awaiting the punt. The punt is up, and it bounces out of bounds. And they're going to say at the 36-yard line, that's where the Panthers will take over with 1 minute and 43 seconds remaining in the third quarter of play. There is a timeout on the field, and we'll take us a timeout. You're listening to the Panthers Sports Network. And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Dr. Mike Prince here at KPVU 91.3 FM, your Jazz and Heritage NPR membership station. Panthers getting ready to try and take the lead for the first time in today's contest. They were down as far as 14-0 at one time, but they're now trailing by the score of 17-14, thanks to some adjusting for the Panthers, as the Panthers have come back, got a 2-yard touchdown run by Mr. Morton just moments ago to make it 17-14. As they come from the TV timeout, they are ready to get things back on the way. Panthers going from left to right on the dial. The ball is officially spotted at the Panthers 37-yard line. First down and 10. 1 minute and 43 seconds left to go here in the third quarter of play.
First and 10 for the Panthers.
Panthers making their adjustments. Now there is another change at the center. It looks like number 72, Finlinson. Corbin Finlinson is now centering. And you have Wheaton at left guard, Sims at left tackle. Now it looks like Gus Lopez is at right guard, number 64, and number 56, Josiah Freeman, at right tackle. So Morton has come in. He has in the backfield with him a play action pass to McCray as he is going to try to throw. He moves one backer and he runs across the 40 to the 45 to the sideline and out of bounds at the 41-yard line of the Hornets. And you're talking about being calm under pressure. Felt the pressure coming on from the backside, and he was able to elude that would-be tackler and get a Panther first down. Scramble for 17 yards on the run. First down and 10 from the 41-yard line. 1 minute and 20 seconds now remaining in the third quarter. Two receivers to the left side for Morton. One to the right. Morton is sacked immediately off of that one. He didn't even get a chance to get the snap. It was like they were all in the huddle on that play. A big
Floyd on the carry, brought down by number 42, Jakeith
Lufkin on the tackle.
Second down and long.
Second down, as a matter of fact, lost about 5 yards on that play. So the Panthers now push back to the 46-yard line, 47-yard line of the Hornets. Morton in the double pistol look. McCray in the backfield. Play action to McCray. Morton looks. He's being pressured again. Running to the right side. Now he wants to throw. He's got a big lane, and that should have been a horse collar. That should have been a horse collar. No flag was thrown. He's going to be sacked. Looked like they grabbed the horse collar. Looks like they're going to say it was a sack. 52 Bridges on the credit for the sack.
And that's the end of the third.
And that will take us to the end of the third quarter, where the Panthers are trailing by the score of 17-14. We'll come back. It will be the start of the fourth quarter. You're listening to the Panthers Sports Network. Yeah, 30 is good. 30 is good. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are here to start the fourth quarter of play. The Panthers trailing by the score of 17-14. Panthers have had moments to shine, but penalties have been their Achilles heel on this afternoon's play. As a matter of fact, the Panthers have had 5 penalties for 83 yards at our last stat check. 5 penalties for 83 yards, and one of them was a big one off the 21-yard screen pass that we thought at one moment was a touchdown, but it was called back. And the Panthers find themselves trailing here in the fourth quarter and just about to get things started. When we get back, it will be third down and a whole lot, about 23, 24 yards for a first down for the Panthers. Look at it now, assessing 3rd and 20. As the Panthers are now lined up, going from right to left on the dial. In the backfield is McCray, number 21, and number 13, Tucker. In the pistol formation is Mr. Morton, number 12. He has 2 receivers to his left. Sends one out in the backfield, and now he's ready to go. He pumps once and going for the big play. And it's going to be incomplete. That pass was intended for Josh Simmons coming out of the backfield. And it's going to bring up 4th down now for the Panthers. Kicking unit will come out. Just getting on the way here in the fourth quarter play. 14 minutes and 54 seconds remaining in the contest. Panthers trailing 17-14. White is back deep for the Hornets. He stands at his own 13, now 14-yard line. Houlihan gets the snap, and the kick is up. And it takes a favorable bounce for the Panthers. And oh, my goodness. The ball was just about to be down at the 1-yard line, but could not get a hold to it. Slipped and kicked it off into the end zone for the touchback. Looks like number 31, Terrence Reynolds, could not make that grab. And it's going to be first down and 10 for the Hornets at their own 25-yard line. Their own 20-yard line. As the Panthers now defensively get set to make their adjustments. Homecoming 2016 find the Panthers down at the moment 17-14. Panthers now showing 4 down linemen as there's the pistol look for the Hornets. Play action, Toppin looks, wants to throw that ball, overshoots his would-be receiver. That looks like that was number 83, Austin Bemis. Bemis not able to catch up to that one, led a little bit too much on that one. It's going to bring up second down and 10 with 14 minutes and 41 seconds remaining here in the contest. Panthers trailing 17-14 from the new Panther Stadium. Not Billy Nix, but the Blackshear Stadium, or Blackshear Field, new Panther Stadium. Panthers now with the 3-man down look. There's a give, and spinning forward to the 25-yard line was Khalid Thomas, number 7.
Thomas on the carry. Brought down by number 54, Jalen Williams.
Will pick up a few yards now to make it third down and 6. And quickly back to the line, or the Hornets on 3rd and 6. Spread look, Thomas in the backfield, rolling to the right side now is Toppin. He quickly throws, and that ball is going to be over the head of the intended receiver of White.
Number 2, Willie White.
And it will bring up 4th down for Alabama State with 14 minutes and 13 seconds now, and you can begin to feel the momentum changing now for the Panthers. Panthers defensively have answered the bell, where the Hornets came out in the first half on all cylinders. It looked like the Panthers had no answer for the Hornets, but the tide is beginning to change as Wilt stands back at his own 45-yard line, awaiting the punt from Mr.
For the Panthers.
Trevor Vincent. There's a punt, and it will be caught. And down at the, well, let's say the 47, 46, a little pushing and shoving going on right now. But nonetheless, it will be Panthers ball. The Panthers huddling up on the sideline now, trailing by the score of 17-14. The ball will be placed at the 47-yard line of the Panthers with 14 minutes and 8 seconds.
Sideline warning, Prairie View.
Now there was a sideline warning for Prairie View. I guess they say that sideline meeting is almost like a timeout. If you're going to call timeout, call timeout. Two receivers to the right side now. There's going to be a give to Tucker running to the right side. Tucker will be tackled from behind, and there's a late flag as Tucker was kind of hog-tied down as he got across the 50-yard line. We'll wait to hear the assessment on this call. So they're steady discussing it on the sideline, and it must be going against the Hornets.
Horse collar. Alabama State. 15 yards from the end of the line. Automatic. First down.
So there will be
First down, Panthers.
an additional 15 yards off the run of Tucker. So that's going to be first down and 10. The ball will be placed at the 34-yard line of the Hornets.
Let's go.
So now the Panthers knocking at the door. Morton trying to get the Panthers rallied up. He has Russo on the far side at tight end. Receiver. Smith lined up at tight end. In the backfield is McCray, and that ball is given to McCray, running to the right side, gets to the corner, spins down close to the 20-yard line, picks up another positive gain, picks up 13 yards, and the Panthers are knocking at the door. Panthers quickly lining back up. Ball is placed officially at the 22-yard line now. They say lost a little bit off of that. Panthers still switching personnel out as McCray comes out. And now it's Tucker in the backfield. Two receivers to the left side, three receivers to the left side now for Morton. Takes it, and there's going to be a pitch to Tucker to the left side. Tucker running to the corner, gets up to the 20. He may have gained a yard off of that play. As there's going to be Amos on the tackle. It's going to be 12 minutes and 53 seconds remaining.
Trayon Garnett. That's going to bring up 2nd and 8.
Now the Panthers looking over to the sideline. 2nd down and 8 from the 21-yard line. Panthers trying to go a counter run. This time giving running downfield is Devontae Ham. And Ham will come inside the 20, close to the 17-yard line. And the good thing about this now is that the Panthers are well within Owen Houlihan's field goal range, as this game is only a 3-point deficit for the Panthers. 3rd down, and we're going to say 6 for the Panthers. Morton in the spread look. Looking over. Now he has two receivers to his left, a tight end to his left, two receivers to his right. Nobody in the backfield. Takes the snap. Pressure being played. And there's a quick hitch. And a pass was complete to Bell, number 8. So Russo, number 6. Russo, number 6.
Joshua Hill.
He's going to bring out the kicking unit, I believe, right now with 11 minutes and 25 seconds remaining here in the 4th quarter. Panthers trailing 17-14. This will be a 35-yard field goal attempt from Owen Houlihan. This is well within his range as Houlihan gets it. The kick is up, and the kick is no good.
Field goal attempt is no good.
Wide right.
With 11 minutes and 3 seconds remaining, the Panthers trail by 3.
And Houlihan came in 2 for 6 on field goal attempts. And on that attempt, it was a 35-yard field goal. He was 1 for 3 between 30 and 39 yards, make it now 1 for 4. Timeout on the field. Panthers trailing with 11:03 remaining in the contest, 17-14. You're listening to the Panthers Sports Network. And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the broadcast coverage for the Prairie View A&M University Panthers on 91.3 KPVU FM, your Jazz and Heritage membership station. Dr. Mike Prince, the Panthers trailing 17-14. If you listen to our pregame show, we talked about some of the things that the Panthers must do was to execute by minimizing penalties, special teams play, in particular field goal attempts. Any opportunity, you got to make those happen. Houlihan just missed from 35 yards out. He was 1 for 3 on the year from 35 yards out, but now he officially is 1 for 4. As a result, the Panthers will have to go back defensively and try to stop the Hornets yet again. The Hornets, for the record, were up 17-7 at the halftime, and the Panthers since then have gotten a touchdown to make it within 3. So the units are back onto the field as we're ready to get things going here. The ball is at the 20-yard line, and Toppin and company will take over. Panthers showing 4 down linemen, 2 linebackers. So officially that would be the 4-2-5 set up for the Panthers. The Hornets, meanwhile, 2 receivers to the left side for Toppin, 2 to the right side for Toppin. 1 back in the backfield. Takes it, and it's going to be a give to the back in the backfield, Mr. Thomas, as that tackle was handled by Mr. Guillory, number 45 for the Panthers. Picks up 3 yards on the run, 2nd down and 7. You can 1 point feel the momentum trying to switch over for the Panthers. And now everything has become somewhat stagnant. Panthers now with 4 down linemen as they do a little stunt as that ball is given to the back on the backfield, and going to scamper up to about the 24-yard line was King. Back to Thomas, and it's not much on that gain. It's going to make it 3rd down and 6. They'll give them credit maybe for a yard, if that much. So 3rd and 6 now. The ball is at the 24-yard line. Panthers trailing 17-14. Panthers defensively might have to make something happen, hip out the calls, get a scoop and score. Whistle is blown as Thomas, the back, went into motion for the Hornets. And there was a false start against the offense, so it will remain 3rd down. The Panthers. Khalil Thomas is 18 rushes for 91 yards as the 3rd quarter stats roll in. It's going to be 3rd down and 10 and a half right about now, as the Panthers defensively have got to make a surge and a stop right here. Toppin takes the snap, rolls to his left, looks, he wants to set, throws that ball back across, almost intercepted.
Pass is nearly intercepted by number 33.
On the coverage was O'Leary. That ball was intended for number 19, Ader. And that will bring up fourth down. Archer, Ader is the pitcher for the Panthers. 19 is Archer for the Hornets. And so it will bring up fourth down as Wiltz will come out. Toppins at the end of the third quarter was 16 of 28 for 119 yards. Trey Green was 7 of 15, 140, but the big interception. The punt is up, and it will bounce around and end up being down at the 43-yard line of the Panthers. They're actually going to push it back to the 37-yard line of the Panthers now. It's one of those angle kicks go out of bounds. The teams have assessed themselves as they go to the sideline and break out now. They already had their sideline warning. As we're getting down to crunch time now, 8 minutes and 58 seconds remaining in the contest. The Panthers are trailing by the score of 17-14. Morton has come in relief for the Panthers. He came in late in the second quarter, and he has been in ever since. Ball now at the 37-yard line of the Panthers as Caleb Broach is now in the backfield for the Panthers. Morton in the pistol look. Awaits, barks out the signals. Now he gets the snap. There's going to be a give to Broach. Broach steps to the right side, got a lane. He could go. He's got to the 40, to the 30, down the sideline and pushed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. Big run by Caleb Broach. 57-yard run by Caleb Broach. And it's coming back. Oh, my goodness. Wow. A penalty against the Panthers, and it is just as Coach Simmons has said, don't mind penalties, but the timing of the penalties have been killing the Panthers. Just erased a 57-yard run by Caleb Broach. That's the kind of thing that will make your body start aching. So it's going to be first down from the 30-yard line, and now there's another flag thrown. Wow. A false start now against the Panthers. So two big penalties back to back and have pushed the Panthers back deeper into their own territory. 8 minutes and 35 seconds now. First and 20. Ready to go to work. Rolling. Got a, oh man, had a wide open receiver. Ball was shot over just a little bit for Jackson. And the Panthers have not helping their case.
Number 18, Ray Jackson.
Jackson had his man beat by a couple of steps, but couldn't make the connection. So the Panthers will line up and do it again. It should be second down and second and 25 as Morton tries to make that throw, and it's incomplete. That one was intended. Mr. Bell, Quentin Bell, number 8.
Alabama State Hornets, number 25, very impressive.
So now it'll be third down and 25 for the Panthers at their own 25-yard line. Morton in relief for Green. Takes the snap, rolls to his left. Now he wants to set. He throws, That ball is complete to Cameron Smith. Smith bangs down across the 35-yard line, but he's going to be well short of the first down, about 11 yards short of the first down, and the Panthers will have to send the kicking unit out with 8 minutes remaining in the game, trailing by the score of 17-14. Panthers have had every opportunity to take advantage of this game. A 21-yard touchdown play erased on a penalty. A 57-yard run replaced on a penalty, and now the Panthers are punting. And that ball will end up as a fair catch at the 25-yard line, and the Hornets will take over, leading by 3 with 7 minutes and 34 seconds remaining in the fourth quarter of play. Panthers on top of the Panthers. Panthers on top of the Hornets. I wish the Panthers were on top, but the Hornets on top of the Panthers. I can get it right eventually. 17-14. Maybe I'm looking at the 2 touchdowns that they should have had that made them on top. But nonetheless, the Panthers are chasing 3 with 7 minutes and 34 seconds remaining. Toppins and company now coming out, going from left to right, dressed in all white. 2 receivers in the left side. There's going to be a give to Thomas to the left side. Thomas will get up to about the 34, 35-yard line is where they end up putting the spot. And
chased down by number 45, Stephen Gillard.
That is going to be a gain enough for a first down. They'll readjust the sticks. Ball now at the 35-yard line. First down and 10 as Toppin backs away from center. Still has his back in the backfield with him, and Thomas takes it, gives to Thomas. Thomas running to the left side. He's upended and tackled by Devon Reed, number 95. And Mr. Anthony in on the tackle, number 26. Anthony got his first start on the day. He got a lot of playing time last week, but he officially got the start on today.
Come on, Panther fans. Defense.
Now the ball is placed at the 36. Well, the field judge is kind of standing at the 36 and the 37, so we'll say the 36. Got both feet spread out. Toppin takes the snap. Gives it to his back, running to the left side, and swinging to the corner. Picks up a couple on the run. That was number 5, Alex Anderson.
Right out of bounds with number 45, Stephen Guillory.
Anderson chased out by Guillory. It's going to be 3rd down and 7 for the Hornets. Panthers are slowly running out of time here. 6 minutes and 15 seconds remaining in the fourth quarter. Panthers trailing by the score of 17-14. Panthers now with 3 down linemen, looking like they want to show bliss as they got people standing up all over the place trying to confuse assignments. Meanwhile, Toppin making adjustments. He has his back in the backfield. And it looked like a timeout will be taken, and we'll take us a timeout as well. Well, they say 30 seconds, so we'll stay right here. 5 minutes and 52 seconds remaining in the contest. The Panthers are trailing by the score of 17-14, but the Panthers have had opportunity upon opportunity on this contest where the Panthers should easily be up by at least 10 points. There's a missed field goal, a touchdown that was called back. And you can't say what would have happened after the Broach run, but after a 57-yard run, you would have to imagine that it would have been enough momentum to get some things in the Panthers' direction. So the Panthers are going to have to overcome the self-induced penalties and the self-induced mishaps and try to find a way to pull this one out as they are in the fourth quarter now. Panthers are trailing 17-14 with 5 minutes and 52 seconds remaining in the contest.
Southern University on Saturday, November 12th.
Panthers
Again, to get your
coming out of their huddle. They're ready to go, but the Hornets are still over. They said 30 seconds. Maybe it's a matter if it's a digital or an analog clock that they're keeping time on. I'm not real sure, but now both teams are breaking out. Dr. Mike Prince here with you. It is Homecoming 2016. It's been a very eventful homecoming. Hopefully, it could end with a Panther win. Still got 5 minutes and 52 seconds to determine that. And more importantly, a big play right here coming up on 3rd down and 7. As the Panthers have their defensive adjustments in. The Hornets are set and ready to go. Toppin in the shotgun position. Panthers with 4 down linemen. Guillory in the middle. Look like they're plugging the A-gap, ready to try to bring some pressure. Toppin takes, throws to his right. That ball is caught on the slant, and it's going to be enough for the 1st down as that pass was complete to receiver number 88, Nigel Lee. And that's enough for a Hornet 1st down. And 5 minutes and 40 seconds now counting. Panthers got to find a way to make a stop. Got to find a way to make a stop now. Hornets are not going to be in any hurry to try to move this ball using the clock to the full max. Ball is at the 48-yard line. There's going to be a give to the right side as running behind defenders was Thomas
on the carry.
as he was upended by Terrence Singleton.
On the offense, 75.
And there was a holding called
1st down
against the Hornets. And that is going to push the Hornets back. And they'll replay. The clock stops momentarily with 5 minutes and 13 seconds remaining. 1st down and 20. The ball at the 38-yard line of the Hornets. Panthers trailing 17-14. Toppin backs up. Panthers 4 down linemen. Spread look now as it's a give. It's going to be a keeper to Toppin. Toppin running to the right side trying to get to the corner, and he steps out of bounds after being met out of bounds by Arthur Lockett, number 5, the nickelback. As the clock will stop at 4:52, yet another flag. One thing about it,
Alabama State, number 7, 10 yards, remain 1st down.
So there's a holding penalty now called against Alabama State's number 7, Mr. Khalid Thomas. That's going to push him back 10 yards, 10 more yards, and it's still going to be 1st down. The Hornets have the ball.
Let's help them out.
1st down and 28 now. The Hornets still with possession of the ball. Panthers 3 down linemen. Hornets in a spread look. Now Khalil is shot to the left side. They're going to play action. A quarterback drawn by Toppin, and Toppin is going to be wrapped up by a host of Panthers led by number 45, Stephen Guillory. And Mr. James Harper in on the action. 4 minutes and 8 seconds now remaining. Panthers have 2 timeouts remaining. The Hornets have 2 timeouts remaining. Hornets are in no hurry whatsoever. 15 seconds now on the play clock. Toppin now coming underneath center. Now he backs up. As they're down to 1 second on the play clock, there should be a delay of game.
Timeout.
Alabama State. Coach Jenkins pulling out every trick of the book, waited to 1 second, remain on the clock with 3 minutes and 35 seconds remaining. Panthers trailing by 17-14. We'll take us a quick break and we'll be right back. You're listening to the Panthers Sports Network. And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. The Panthers have their backs basically against the wall right now. 3 minutes and 35 seconds remaining in the contest. They're trailing 17-14. First down and 23 from the 25-yard line are the Hornets. Toppin running with the quarterback draw again, and he will be met up as the Panthers try to hold him up to strip the ball. Reaching in for the strip was James Paul Bryant. And what's bad about some of this, the penalties, you take the penalties or do you decline the penalties, because they kept holding on to the ball with 1 minute left, or with timeouts left and time on the clock. So you kind of stuck in one and jammed in the other. So it's 3:05 remaining. Third down and 19. The clock still running. Panthers have 2 timeouts remaining. Trailing 17-14. 3 receivers now to the left side for the quarterback, Toppin. Toppin takes the snap. He's want to be pressed. He throws it away while he was in the pocket. Is that a fumble? That was good pressure by the Panthers. Number 95, Devon Reed, got into the face of Toppin. What's more important, the clock is stopped with 2 minutes and 40 seconds remaining. We could have a barn burner in the making, ladies and gentlemen. Panthers will potentially get the ball back, and I say potentially because you got to make sure you secure it. At this time, Wiltz, we don't need a hero, just secure it, and let's try to put one together. Wiltz will stand at his own 30-yard line. The punting unit comes out. Panthers look like they might try to put a little pressure. The kick is up. Line drive down inside the 10. Wow, what a kick. You have got to be kidding me. This ball will be down at the 1-yard line. Wow. A 62-yard punt. And that's what you didn't need. Unbelievable.
Come on, Panthers.
Nonetheless, the Panthers have 2 minutes, 31 seconds remaining, 2 timeouts, and the ball has been set at the 1-yard line. Now, I don't know if you believe in miracles, but the logo of the Panthers on that football is shining right into the light of the sun, and was just a nice bright flicker. Let's see if that's a good sign. Morton takes the snap, throws the ball across the middle, almost picked off. That ball was intended for number 6, Christian Russo, running across the middle, and it was knocked down. It's going to be 2nd down and 10. 2 minutes and 26 seconds remaining. Panthers have 2 timeouts, but they got to travel 99 yards. A good note about it, they've already traveled 99 yards for their first score earlier today. They must do it again if they want to win. 3 receivers to the right side now for Morton. Takes it, gives it to his back. Running straight up the middle was McCray. McCray gets across the 5-yard line to the 6. And this is 4-down territory, so I don't have a problem with that. Panthers quickly lining up. 2 minutes, 10 seconds now remaining. 2 receivers to the right side, 2 receivers to the left side. McCray in the backfield with Morton. Morton takes the snap. He looks, throws that ball across the middle. It's caught, shorting through across to the 25-yard line was the tight end, Cameron Smith. That will stop the clock momentarily with 1 minute and 53 seconds remaining. The Panthers trying to make the move, trailing 17-14. Spread look.
The band, please refrain from playing Alabama State. 2nd warning.
So now the Panthers have a replacement in at number 88, Strain, coming in for the Panthers. Morton takes the snap. Looks, he's being pressured out of the pocket. Rolls to his right. He's looking downfield. Throw the ball. Oh, almost intercepted. Tried to hit Joshua Simmons down at the 40-yard line. as that ball was broken up. Looks like that was 23 for the Hornets. Ronnie Scott. Scott already had an interception on the day. So 1 minute, 29 seconds remaining. 2nd down and 10 for the Panthers. The Panthers are at their own 26-yard line. Morton has come in relief for Trey Green. He has 2 receivers to his left, 2 to the right. Takes the snap, looks to his left, throws that ball across, and that's incomplete. Intended for Quentin Bell. And it's going to bring up 3rd down now for the Panthers. The Panthers still have 2 timeouts remaining. Ball is at their own 26-yard line. They're trailing 17-14. 1 minute, 25 seconds remaining. Spread look for Morton. He sends his quarterback in motion. He takes it to throw. Oh, what a big hit. Oh, my goodness. And Morton goes down. He took a big hit, and it looked like it might have been a taunting. But that was Garrett, number 8, on the hit.
Morton on the carry.
And
Trayon Garnett.
Morton took a vicious hit. It almost looked like it may have been helmet to helmet, but nonetheless, they're attending to Mr. Morton with 1 minute and 14 seconds remaining. He is up on his feet right now, and now you're going to have to, at least for one play, have Trey Green come in to try and lead the charge. So now this is where leadership really shows up now. You were the starter, you were pulled, now you got to come back in. Can you make it happen? Can you keep it together and pull out the win? 1 minute, 14 seconds remaining. When play resumes, it's going to be 4th down and 4 for the Panthers to get a 1st down. But Morton is still in. They called timeout and kept Morton in. Thought he would have had to come out at least a play, but Morton is going to stay in. So it's all on the line right now. The spread look for the Panthers, trailing by 3 points. Morton lined up, looking to the sideline as they are trying to see now if they're going to start the play back up or not really sure. I thought Morton would have had to come out because they had to tend to him, but that's not the case. The officials are now discussing the matter, and now they are lining up. Everybody's kind of at a standstill right now, as they say, like a cow watching a new gate post. No motions neither way, and they are now blowing the whistles, and they're talking to Coach Jenkins now. So what I'm thinking Coach Jenkins is saying is that it looked like Morton was hurt on the play, and if that was the case and they had medical attention come out to him, he would have had to come out at least one play. But Morton is lined up ready to take the snap, and it looks like they're going to let this one go away. So here it is, 4th down and 4. Morton looking over to the sideline. Nothing else matters if they can't execute on this 4th down. Spread look. Morton making the adjustments. McCray in the backfield with him. He shifts over to the right side. Takes it, looks, throws. That ball's complete to Lestrap. 1st down across midfield. Panthers keeping hope alive on the 14-yard reception. The clock will stop momentarily. 1 minute and 13 seconds remaining. Panthers quickly back up to the line as now Russo lines up on the far side. Morton takes the snap, looks, throwing it down the middle. That ball is complete. Oh, my goodness, another big catch by Lestrap. First down, Panthers, down at the 30-yard line. Another big gain, 20 yards, 58 seconds remaining. PV Nation getting stirred up. Lestrap now lining up on the right slot. Spread formation. Morton looking over the defense. Takes the snap. Looks to his right. Throws to his right. Oh, my! Almost completed. Had a post route running. Was Lestrap. And it's going to be incomplete. 39 seconds remaining. But here's what's important. The ball is at the 30-yard line. Technically, that is within Houlihan's range. Houlihan is good from 47. If they were to spot this one, this would be pushing his range at 47. So they're going to need a little bit more. Second down and 10. Morton takes it, quickly throws it to the far side, over in the corner. First down, Panthers. As that was Darius Floyd. They're going to say he stepped out right at the first down marker. Is it enough to move the sticks? It is. First down and 10 at the 20-yard line. 34 seconds remaining. The Panthers trying to strike. All they need is a field goal to tie it, but why waste time? Let's go for the win. There's another quick dump to Floyd, but the flag or the whistle was blown. And now we'll see what the delay is. What excitement it is right now here at Panther Stadium. Homecoming 2016, the Panthers trailing 17-14. The ball is on the 20-yard line of the Hornets. This drive started at the 1-yard line for the Panthers. And the Panthers now knocking at the door. They're ready to resume play. The ball is now at the 25-yard line. Motion against the Panthers. Play action. Morton is going to run it, and Morton will fall down at the 20. Call timeout. Call timeout. 25 seconds left. The Panthers do call timeout. We're going to stay right here. Man, you can't leave right now. We might miss something. One thing you got going on, the Panthers are well within Houlihan's field goal range. At what point do you settle for the field goal? You know, at home you always go for the win, but right now the Panthers could really have PV Nation erupt within a matter of 25 seconds. When we continue, the ball will be placed right at the 20-yard line. Panthers trying to rebound after continually stubbing their own toe. Touchdown return because of a penalty. 57-yard run return because of a penalty. A missed field goal from 32 yards. And yet the Panthers are sitting on the inside lane with the opportunity to pull this one out. Ready to resume play. Going back to work now is Morton. He throws it up in the end zone. Touchdown! Panthers! Oh, no, they say he was out of Oh, my. In the corner was Cameron Smith. And you heard PV Nation blow up, but said he was out of bounds. 20 seconds remaining now. Man, does it get any better than this? Homecoming, a nail-biter in the new stadium. The ball's at the 20-yard line. Morton now looking. He has Smith, who seems to be his favorite target right now, the tight end in the slot position on the left side. Takes the snap, does Morton. He's being pressured. Throws that one off the hands of Russo. Oh, my. Russo was running a slant right off the hands. 16 seconds now remain. The Panthers have one timeout remaining. But it's 4th down. So Houlihan, with a chance for redemption, will come to attempt the tying field goal. Looks like they're going to line this one up. It's going to be at the 26-yard line. This is going to be a 36-yard field goal attempt. He already missed from 32 yards. Russo is the holder. The snap is up. The kick is down, and the kick is up. And it's good. We got ourselves a tie ball game with 12 seconds remaining in this contest. It is 17-17. Who's you rooting for? PVU. We're going to take a break and we'll be right back. You are listening to the Panthers Sports Network. And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Dr. Mike Prince here from the Panther Stadium, new Panther Stadium, as the Panthers have just tied this contest up. 36-yard field goal by Mr. Houlihan. And we have 12 seconds remaining on the clock. It is not over with just yet. You got to make sure you get a good special teams coverage. Don't do anything absurd, if you will. And get ready to try to send this thing in the overtime. Houlihan's kick is going to be a high bouncy kick. It bounces off the hands of the defender, and he finally will be down at the 15-yard line, as that was number 83, Mr. Austin Bemis, on the return. And right now it is 8 seconds remaining in regulation. Now, what happens here in the event of overtime, if you go into overtime, you want to be on defense first in college, so you can try to counter to see what happens and how your team will do. Each team will get the ball at the 25-yard line, and depending on what has to be done from the offensive side, who's on the field first, you can kind of counter that. So they'll come out, Alabama State, and they're going to kneel down and let the regulated time go and expire. And with that, we have just witnessed a first of everything, the first game of overtime here in the new Panther Stadium, Blackshear Field, as the teams will get a chance now to regroup themselves and get some things on the map, if you will, to try and assess what has worked, what has not worked, and how they're going to get this thing. Don't go anywhere, ladies and gentlemen. We are just beginning. It's overtime on the heel on 2016 edition of Homecoming. We're going to take a break, and we'll come right back with more extended coverage for the Panthers and the Hornets. You're listening to the Panthers Sports Network. And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we get ready for overtime. The Panthers and the Hornets. The Panthers at one time looked like dead men walking. Were trailing as bad as 17-7. But since that first half has expired, the Panthers are now tied this contest up. And the Panthers will be on the offense first. They'll start at the 25-yard line. They'll be going from left to right, going toward the south end of the goal, the open end of the stadium, as the Panthers will be on the field first. Jalen Morton will come in to get things started for the Panthers. There's really no clock in this one. You got to execute from the 25. And it goes until the last man is standing. So ready to go back to work now is Morton. Takes it and gives it to Caleb Broach, who will pick up a couple of yards. Not much to talk about, as Broach will come in. The Panthers have had some big help by Morton. Morton coming in now 10 of 24 for 135 yards, 1 interception. He's come in relief for Trey Green. 2nd down and 8 now for the Panthers. Double pistol look for Morton. Smith lined up in the fullback position. Takes it, gives it. There's a quick slant and tried to hit it. Looks like that was Russo on the pass attempt. As it will now be 3rd down for the Panthers. 3rd down and 8 to go. The ball is at the 23-yard line, 23-yard line of the Hornets. There's a pass attempt. Morton wants to throw. He gets tucked. Now he's going to try to run. He's got a lane. He's down inside the 15-yard line, and he picked up enough for the 1st down. What looked like was going to be a sack. Morton, being elusive, tucks it and runs for 11 yards on the run. 1st down and 10 for the Panthers. Ball is officially set at the 15-yard line. Ball lined up on the far hash. 2 receivers to the left side for Morton. 2 to the right side. As he has his back, Broach in the backfield. It's going to be a give to Broach to the left side. Broach to the left side in the corner. Got to the corner, and he dives toward the pylon. Touchdown, Panthers! 15-yard run and a pitch to the left for Broach. A delay on the call, but a touchdown is the call, and the Panthers take the lead for the first time in today's contest. 15-yard run by Broach on the left side, running behind Sims, who's at left tackle, and Wheaton at left guard. So the Panthers will line up for the PAT. It's Houlihan. Houlihan with a chance. He has redeemed himself with the field goal to send us into overtime. He's 1 for 2 on the day. The kick is up, and the kick is good. Now the Panthers on top by the score of 24-17. So the way overtime works right now is that the Hornets must match the Panthers. Now, if they get a touchdown, they can try to win it by going for 2, or they can just kick the PAT. But how about if we don't let them get in at all, and we all can continue on with a glorious homecoming event? That sounds like a plan to me. So now the Panthers will get on the defensive end of the field and get ready to go. Both teams will be going in the same direction, so they'll be going from left to right, from north to south on the open end, the grassy knoll side of the stadium. So the Hornets will now come out. They'll get the ball at the 25-yard line, and they too will have 4 set of downs to try to make it. Now, if there is a fumble or interception, the game is over. The Panthers showing 4 down linemen. Topping in the spread look. Takes it, gives it to its back, running to the left side, and going to be wrapped up quick by Will Skinner. Tackle Thomas, and it's going to be 2nd down, and they're going to give him a yard or so on the cover, on the run. So it's going to be 2nd down and 9 for the Hornets. Topping, looking. Now he's assessing. 3 receivers to his right side, 1 to his left. Thomas lined up to his left. Panthers with 3 down linemen this time. Looking like they want to apply pressure. Take it, Toppin throwing to the right side, over the head of his intended receiver. Beecham thought he was Hale, or Bemis thought he was Hale. So it's going to be 3rd down now. 3rd and 9. It's 2-down territory for the Hornets. They cannot kick the field goal. The field goal does them no good. They've got to score the touchdown. So now here come the Panthers. They have right now 4 at the line. 2 linebackers pressing on the receivers. 3 receivers to the right. Toppin looks, throws. Oh my goodness! A big sack! Woo! 95, Devon Reed
That'll be a 4th and long for Alabama State.
with the sack as Toppin was going back to throw it. And then he did his little Panther walk, if you will. And now it is 4th down. This will be it.
Let's win it right here.
4th down. The Hornets need 18 yards to go for a first down to continue. Toppin gets the snap. He looks, running. He's wrapped up, spins away. He's going to be sacked. The Panthers are going to win. The Panthers win. Come from behind, trailing 17-7, win it in overtime, 24-17. Pandemonium has struck on the field, and PV Nation has burst the seams. What a game, what a game, what a game. The Panthers 24, the Hornets 17. Wow. What a game. We're going to take us a break, and we're going to come back with our post-game report. 2016 homecoming has just been made a little bit nicer. We're going to take a break, and we'll be right back with our post-game report. The Panthers victorious in overtime, 24-17. You're listening to the Panthers Sports Network. And welcome back to the post-game report here on KPVU 91.3 FM, your Jazz and Heritage NPR membership station. Dr. Mike Prince here. And what a game this was. The Panthers come from behind to win in overtime by the score of 24-17. It would look like the Panthers were dead men walking at one point, trailing by the score of 17-7. And with the quarterback change, the redshirt freshman Jalen Morton comes in relief, if you will, and he only gets 11 rushes for 56 yards, and his long run was that of 15 yards, that he did get a touchdown, 2-yard touchdown run. More importantly, he was 10 of 25 for completions and 1 interception for 115 yards. His long being 20 yards, he was sacked 1 time. He was able to spread the ball around. Demario Lestrap had another career high, 6 receptions for 102 yards. Another big day and career high day for Cameron Smith, 4 receptions for 94 yards. You had Joshua Simmons have 4 receptions for 51 yards, and Raymond Jackson 1 catch for 18 yards. Simmons had the 24-yard or the touchdown pass and reception, and the Panthers rebound after a sluggish start to win by the score of 24-17. The Panthers were in the rearview mirror for the most part, and they had that pull around as they had a shutout in the second half of this contest, and the Panthers were able to get the victory. Give you the scoring on how it went. Alabama State first struck with Khalil Thomas with a 1-yard touchdown run. The PAT was good by Albert at the 4 minute and 3 second mark to make it 7-0. Then Alabama State came again with another 1-yard run, this time by the quarterback Toppin, and that was done at 6 minutes and 48 seconds. That gave Alabama State the lead of 14-0. Then the Panthers, Joshua Simmons gets the 24-yard TD pass from Trey Green, and Houlihan was good on the PAT with 3 minutes and 13 seconds of the second quarter, and it made it 14-7. And the Panthers missed the opportunity to get within 4, missing the 32-yard field goal. And then Alabama State's David Albert was able to connect on the 32-yard field goal at the end of halftime to make it 17-7 at the half. And the Panthers never really looked back after that. They came in and was able to make sure that they got things on the roll as Jalen Morton got the 1-yard touchdown run to make it 17-14 with 3 minutes and 53 seconds of the third quarter. Houlihan then ties the contest up with a 37-yard field goal. It was 2 minutes and 19 seconds remaining, and he connected to make it 17-17 at regulation. And in overtime, on the Panthers' first possession, Caleb Broach takes it and gets the 1-yard well, it wasn't a 1-yard TD run. It was actually a 15-yard TD run. They have a 1-yard TD run here because it was a delayed call, and it said that he did get in when he dove toward the plane, and he got the result for the touchdown. And we were now able to hear from Coach Shotgun Willie Simmons his assessments of the Panthers' play and how they were able to rebound. We'll now quickly go over and hear from Coach Willie Simmons.
Coach Simmons, post-game report.
Coach, thank you.
Great win, great resilience. Guys fought, they never quit, they believed in each other, and that's what it takes to be a good football team. We grew up a lot today. I'm proud of these guys. We grew up a ton. We've been challenging them all week to grow up. I think today, for 30 minutes, we grew up a bunch, and I'm proud of them. Thank you, Coach. Thank you.
And, of course, that was an elated Coach Willie Simmons as he was saying that his young men grew up today, in particular redshirt freshman Jalen Morton. Morton came in on the hot seat with his team down, and he wheeled them back to victory as the Panthers were able to get the win in overtime by the score of 24-17. The Panthers now go to 4-1 in conference play as they will be chasing the Grambling State Tigers. Tigers do have a bye week on this week, and they'll be chasing to see how Southern do as well. Both of those teams are undefeated in the West and in the Southwest Athletic Conference play as well, and they will come out and do battle on next week. But other SWAC games that were going on as we speak now, Mississippi Valley has traveled to Montana, and they are trailing at halftime 43-17. Alcorn State was victorious over Alabama A&M by the score of 42-19. And, of course, the thriller of the day was the Panthers coming back to win in overtime by the score of 24-17. That is going to wrap this broadcast up. We want to thank you all so much for joining us on behalf of our studio engineer, Mr. Fred Carter. Thank you so much, and I hope you got some brisket left, my friend. And also Mr. Marcus Dotson, our production assistant, Miss Cherise Supter back in the studios as well, the engineer on site, Mr. Lance Parr, and of course Mr. GM himself, Mr. John Hughes. I want to say John Hughes II. It just sounds dignified enough to say that. But Mr. John Hughes, I'm Dr. Mike Prince. It has been a joy to bring you this broadcast. Panthers win by the score of 24-17. It is official, ladies and gentlemen. You can now go and set your homecoming out. Until next week. No, not next week. Week after next. There'll be a bye next week. No game next week. The next time we'll be on will be October 22nd as the Panthers will travel to Houston to take on the Rice Owls. That game is scheduled for a 2:30 kickoff time, and we'll be there at 2 o'clock with the pregame show. Stay tuned, and we'll keep you posted as the things unfold. Until next time, be blessed, and we'll see you on the other side. Good night.